What it is, what it does, and what it do, baby. Welcome to GoTE Day 2, Rivals of Aether, RCS stop number 1, top 8, SBS. How we doing, brother?
Doing fantastic, bro. So it's great to see you here today on our final Sunday at RCS Season 7's first event.
The first of many finals.
The first of many finals. We're going to have some announcements on RCS Season 7, the remaining tournaments of it very soon. But I'll spoil a little bit for you right now. We have 7 lands this season. 7. And then also we're going to have events like GoML that will still count for top 50.
Yeah.
They're not going to give you, the RCS points.
Right. It was a last minute addition, right?
But who cares about all that right now?
We care about
what I care about right now is we're about to see Backpack and Guard.
The brothers rivals.
The brothers rivals, and they are here on their own turf in top 8, fighting each other once again.
Of course, you got Guard and Backpack, like you said. Guard, the eldest of the 3. If you guys don't know the lore, there's also Professor Suck, an incredible Shovel Knight main in that family. 3 of the rivals PR for Tampa for constant seasons in a row when they're active. It's constantly the 3 of them. So you have Checkmate Guard and GoTE Backpack, but we have the entire bracket here in front of us.
I heard a story that we've never seen Professor Suck and G's in the same room at the same time before.
Ooh,
so
Batman.
I think maybe we
theory.
actually did see Professor in this last tournament because G's was here.
I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I definitely have, so I don't know if that makes me the writer of this comic.
I think you're lying.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
You're going to have to prove it.
Fair enough.
So anyway, we're looking at our bracket path. We have Backpack and Guards kicking it off in losers round 1. After that, we're going to move over to Maddie Ice and Kodako.
Tampa, both actually now. That's right. Kodako's been down here for a little bit now, right?
Kodako's actually in New York.
Oh, that's right. They came down as part of GoTE in,
Correct.
I think it was the last GoTE, the last in-person GoTE is when they were sponsored.
Correct. Yeah, and
that's awesome.
That's why they have the jersey that they were wearing over, well, they're still wearing it today.
There
Excellent.
you go.
Yep. And then on winner's side, obviously, we have CakeAssult versus ZeeBee.
And the match I'm most looking forward to.
The
because
Game
of
5
the salt.
rematch from Genesis Winners Finals, SoulRiffle and Penguin.
SoulRiffle and Penguin.
Don't tether to the wrong side.
For those that don't know, there is actually an additional $100 on the line. A little bit of spice between the two players. SoulRiffle on the rise, obviously, cementing themselves further and further and further in their run to try to be number 1 in the Rivals community. But Penguin, a pretty large stand on the way. I mean, that's kind of the gatekeeper player. And so SoulRiffle thinks so highly of themselves, not just versus Absa, but versus Penguin in general, that they put an extra $100 on the line that Penguin was very, very happy to shake on immediately.
Yeah, didn't they do that at Riptide last season?
I believe so.
It was a 1st to 5, and it was like a 5-1 Penguins favor.
It was not good. It was not good,
but I will tell you that
SoulRiffle's gotten a lot better since Riptide, too.
I commentated Genesis top 6, and during that set, Penguin would have lost. It was a scramble. It was back and forth, and had that tether been on the right side, it was a free tether fair.
Yep.
And Penguin would have lost that set, so it's by no means a free set anymore.
No. And it's kind of incredible to think about that, too. Going from Riptide to Genesis, not that long, not that many months between them, and you see kind of this explosion of SoulRiffle and Maple offline in general. So I'm very interested to see how that turns out. Of course, you have CakeAssult that recently cemented number 1, but we're getting into top 8 here. Guard and Backpack, Claren and Rano. Talk to me here, Steven.
Yeah, so this is the best stage in the game, hands down.
Of course.
We are also on the water here in Clearwater, Florida.
Absolutely.
So it is very fitting to kick off our top 8 on this level. And, this is kind of a classic. Both these characters came out at the same time during DLC. So, for a long time, you would actually see the Claren-Rano matchup. And for a lot of that time, the Ranos thought it was impossible. And gradually, over a period of time, I believe both these players actually now believe that this matchup is even. Dead even.
There you go.
It is a very whiff punish heavy matchup for the Rano and for the Claren. If the Rano gets in on you, you're going to actually have a lot of punishment. So you're trying to wall out as much as you can.
And that's what we've seen so far, too, is we've seen Guard actually put themselves in a pretty strong position on the left-hand side, now on the right, but uses of nairs and then also the wave dash back onto those center plats in the middle, just kind of controlling that space as much as possible because, that's kind of my takeaway from the matchup as well, right, where that's a lot of Claren stuff where if you can avoid being whiff punished, you're going to have a good time. And then once somebody breaks that wall down, breaks down the guard, if you will, it becomes very, very difficult to kind of maintain that safe positioning that you need.
That's absolutely true. Yep. And one thing that I was talking to Guard about before this is Guard has historically had Backpack's number up until recently, and it's been really hard for Guard. And he was pretty nervous going into this. He told me that he gave Backpack advice that, like, yeah, you're not edge guarding me hard enough. And so Backpack started learning the edge guard, which we just saw right there.
Right.
Which Rano has a lot of tools that they can use against Claren's recovery. And one of them we saw right there was putting the bubble out in front of you on ledge is actually an amazing way to slow down Claren's up special, because the several hits of hit pause makes Claren a sitting duck.
Yep.
And that's just one trick we're going to see throughout this set.
And it's kind of interesting you bring up that whole having the player's number too, because for the longest time, back when everybody was still super active in the Tampa community, the top 3 kind of cycled between Guard, Maddie Ice, and Backpack. So Backpack couldn't beat Guard couldn't beat Maddie, and Maddie really struggled against Backpack for the longest time. So it ended up being this kind of cycle between the 3 of them as to who would end up in the winners finals and grand finals of the Tampa locals.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see that. I mean, even at an RCS event with players flying out from all over the nation, we still have all 3 of them trying to find a spot in losers finals at this point.
It's just incredible, and it says a lot about the Tampa scene in general. I mean, we'll wax poetic in a little bit, but like one of the original, along with like the Arizona regional or locals as well, one of the original like rivals land locals.
Yeah,
I mean, it's something that has been a long part of the Tampa history for what feels like years now. But we'll talk about that later. We're in the middle of a really tight game 1 right now.
Yeah, this is back and forth, and Backpack with an edge guard here can even it out. Yeah, so this is where it's really tough for Claren. No resources left. Guard is dead.
Absolutely. I mean, you saw him have to hold in there, and that's why that double fair happened.
Yep.
And you're just stuck.
Yeah, the thing about rinsing and repeating Claren is a lot of characters don't need to use a resource to get to the wall, but against a character like Rano with that fair that sends outward, Claren is going to need to use 1 resource per rinse, and then if you do it 3 times, she's dead.
That's it. There's no more left.
And so, like, we saw the really cool bubble edge guard that's kind of like a matchup-specific thing, but you don't even need that in this matchup, and it's showing with Backpack right now.
And one of the big things as well that you have to give
Some rough DI there, but gonna live.
That you have to give Backpack credit for. As he misses the tech there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the DI against Claren Combos game has been phenomenal so far in that set. But prior to that down smash, it was just really, really great how Guard was having to kind of pick and choose his spots, get two 3-piece combos, rather than, you know, seeing a mistake here or there and then suddenly you're taken with an up strong or anything else. Right. You didn't see that. That's really Guard's forte, is getting those strong tippers. And besides the initial down strong on the tongue punish, we didn't see that.
Yeah, exactly. And that last stock too, like that, a down air spike at the ledge should be an easy tech, right? But the first time that it happens every set, I swear to God, when it happens to me, I usually hit the tech right as I get hit, and if you do that, you're actually in tech lockout, and so you're gonna miss the tech and go straight down into the blast zone. And so Guard getting a little fortunate that Backpack messed up on the tech timing there. But now we're going over to Rockwall, which I think is a great counter pick here. The Claren is going to have to do even a better job. Instead of having to just recover, next time you're off stage, you might just die in the blast zone because of these close side blasts.
Yep. And you didn't get much off of it, but man, starting off a combo with Claren up B onto the top flat, a man after my own heart.
Oh, there's the tech. That's what we're looking for. And I also want to point out that Backpack has this like such a great, slow, patient neutral. But then we see how we opened up this game with like a quick 4-piece hitfall combo. He's able to push those buttons really, really fast when he needs to, but you know, sometimes it doesn't matter when you're getting tippered off the side. Am I right?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's tipper forward smash on the side of Rockwall there. That's going to kill at a lot of percents.
And that was just a clean classic Claren conversion right there.
And you're just gone. Okay. Then that's the DI out we're talking about. You're trying to avoid the combos, but while you're trying to avoid the combos, you are stuck in that side blast zone and you just die.
Yep, that Rano fair is just so deadly normally, and then you add in Rockwall's blast zones to it, and it's just a nightmare.
Man, I'm glad I'm not the only one that tries to punish tech in place with jab and just misses because of it.
Oh, that's everyone. Everyone does.
Ooh, great double jump there from Guard, or Backpack, but now you're kind of stuck. But the tongue helps.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I really like that Guard has been doing this tournament is the reverse up special near the ledge.
Right.
If you're recovering and your opponent's also off stage, and you're going to touch the wall no matter what anyway. You up special towards the blast zone. You've got a gigantic hitbox that can actually turn it around. And oh my goodness, catching the panic roll with the forward strong. Going to tip there on the edge and killing off the top. That's such a hard one to DI when you're on a platform like that.
Yeah, because if you DI up too high, you're going to go off the top. If you DI too far to the side, you're off the side blast zone.
Yeah, you need like some weird half DI that Mike talks about in the backroom channels of Rivals of Aether, and that just doesn't exist.
Nope. I was gonna say that may or may not exist.
Ooh, wow. Okay, that was actually amazing DI behind Rano. Normally when you DI in up air, you're getting a free second one, but guard living.
Rough turnaround there. So it was pretty smart to put him into the bubble, but because ooh, guard, please.
My goodness. The absolute madman at 150%, just going, you know what? I'm going to grab you. It's my edge guard now.
Look at this DI, though. I mean, we're sitting at 170 on Rockwall against Rano of all characters.
And this extra credit from guard has just been phenomenal. And, yeah, waiting until 73% to finally secure the kill. Backpack in a spot that he does not want to be in after that rinse and repeat.
Yeah,
that went south.
One bad roll here, and it's over.
And here we are, no resources, off stage. Did get to land here and has double jump and air dodge back. Tech. That was very scary.
Yes.
Had guard touched him one time, he was dead.
And it's kind of been impressive so far because we actually haven't seen guard challenge that initial jump there too often. Normally looking for the rolls, and Backpack's kind of gotten away with it.
Yeah, one thing I liked right there too is guard put up a bubble, and guard just forward tilted the bubble away, made it even more difficult for Backpack to get back. And even though Backpack did recover, was still in such a rough spot that required a couple different panic options, and guard keeping center stage, keeping composure, finds the stock, finds the game. Yeah,
and uses that landing fair there, which just next to no knockback on that first hit when you got in that position like that, and just immediately hammers down on the C-stick to finish that off. Because, I mean, at that point, how do you DI that, right? I mean, you're such a high percent already.
The best DI on Claren down strong, tipper or non-tipper, is straight down. But when you're on a stage like Rockwall, where the blast zones are kind of weird, sometimes you actually have to adjust that slightly. And even though it doesn't Galaxy, that at high percent, a slight miscue straight down might not always work.
Right.
And you're on to your next game as a result.
You go rocketing off the top of Rockwall. So Frozen is up here for us next, and I'm really interested in this because this is something that's going to be able to take advantage of, it's funny, hard to say Claren's stubbier side, but she has a little bit of difficulty reaching that top platform unless you're doing upbees like that. Yeah. So I'm kind of curious to see what guard's counterplay here is besides those kind of riskier upbees.
Well, one thing you can also do on the stage, which is actually her most laggy move on whiff, is up tilt. Up tilt is a guaranteed tipper if you hit the opponent on these platforms. But like I said, if Claren's up tilting and you can bait it, that is her easiest to punish move. That is exactly the move you want her to do. So a lot of times she's not going to be going for those. And
nice
you're seeing guard kind of in a scramble right now, gets killed, and Backpack with the first stock and 99% to boot.
And not only is the up tilt really easily punishable with that, but like think about a character like Rano that can so easily plat drop and then go into the aerial combo game. Like, if there's a character I don't want to be within aerials from below, it's probably against Rano.
Yeah, ethereal gates and frozen gates for 20 seconds is a nightmare stage to deal with Rano on. The moving platforms when they're together basically makes it a very similar platform layout to Blazing Hideout, where a character like Rano is able to just flat drop like crazy. And we see right there, guard is actually able to get a non-tipper up strong to Galaxy there. And pretty even game, all things considered.
Low on resources right now, though. He's got to.
Oh, this is really scary. Oh, is able to land and instantly up tilt for the trade.
I was sitting there thinking about it too. I was like, man, is that side B gonna make it? And just barely gets on.
Yeah, had that side B not made it, Backpack was in a very good spot to come down with a fair and force attack situation.
And this is tough too because Backpack had about a 60% lead and is now in reverse it a little bit here, but still in a really tough situation.
Goes down with the Nair, so the bubble kind of playing against Backpack now.
Right.
Because going with a Claren Nair on the bubble is actually going to extend your hitboxes a little bit longer because of the hit pause. And so now instead of getting edge guarded, you're edge guarding.
Right, and now suddenly there's this giant hitbox coming flying at your face, but okay there. Backpack going to get another F-Strong here. That's 2 for 2 on these stocks.
Yeah, F-Strong coming in very clutch. It's actually a very good move in the matchup because Claren, when she's up specialing, you know, she actually has a little bit of a blind spot when coming over the ledge. And Rana leans back for the forward strong and pushes forward afterwards and can actually kind of shoot the gap between the hit 1 and 2 of Claren's up special.
And a rare miss there from Guard. Actually got the parry, but no punish on it, which could have evened up the stocks almost immediately.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of nerves are coming out, and Backpack now going to work a little bit, getting the extra credit that we saw from Guard last game.
Right, 63 now.
71% going.
Steven.
Oh my God, grabs the tongue on the edge of the stage, and now with 77 extra credit and a parry, he is going for it.
Yeah, only 90% here. Just 2 jabs, okay.
One thing that we might see, too, is if he's able to land a parry on those up specials at the wall, a runoff fair is actually so deadly in this matchup. And we saw him maybe look for it there. Just dashes back, and that time actually outspaced the second hit of Claren up special. Didn't even need to shoot the gap between 1 and 2. The lean back and the push forward on such a big stage where the platforms can move in and give less of a, you know, an escape route for Guard, just gives him 3 forward strong kills in that game.
3 for 3, man. I mean, that's one of those things where you look back at the stats on it, and you can clearly see how that was the difference maker in this one. Maybe switching up the colors a little bit. No, going to stick with the Tux Rano. Very nice. Very nice.
We're classy out here.
Of course. Yeah. Clearwater's nice. Clearwater's nice.
I've enjoyed what I've seen of Florida so far.
There we go. Probably my favorite stage of the new ones, the Blazing Rail.
Yeah, Blazing Hideout is one of Claren's worst stages.
It absolutely is.
And especially against Rano. So I'm happy we're not seeing that stage for Guard's sake. We are instead going to Tower of Heaven, which is pretty neutral between the two characters. I think both of them like it almost in the exact same ways. And we're just going to see a great old game of just back and forth now.
So we've seen a couple times now where Guards had these F-tilts and down tilts push off stage here. Do you expect him to actually kind of overextend and try to go for that farther down there now that we've seen Backpack DI out so consistently?
I'm not really seeing it because one thing that we saw that was really cool there is Guard is expecting the instant tech jump aerial.
Right.
And so we see Guard go for a downer and then just jump side specials away and catches the Backpack aerial. So Guard understands that Backpack wants to get over this ledge and wants to do it quickly. So I think we're going to see a lot of Guard standing at the ledge and punishing just the landings. And so that was incredible by Backpack. Guard side specials above the ledge. And normally this puts Guard in a pratfall, right? Most people wait for the landing, but Backpack recognized that the side special hitting bubble actually keeps Guard actionable and punishes immediately and finds a kill because of it. Yeah, Guard just hanging out on the stage here. Backpack really wants to recover as quickly as possible, and Guard is patient. That's the key.
Because I mean, we saw some phenomenal DI on some of these weak hits that normally would spell death versus Claren, and then finally just got hit by Tipper Nair, and that was it.
Then grab at the ledge once again. Backpack with another really good tech, and actually does manage to find the sour hit of down air, which will put Rana back on stage.
Still, though, evens this out almost immediately off of that one turnaround. Grab at the ledge there. So good for Claren.
That air dodge nair was really interesting. I don't know what to say about it besides that was just really smart, you know?
Right.
Air dodging above the platform, going through a move, not even going for a wave line, but then just throwing out a frame 4 nair.
When you have the frame advantage, you might as well use it.
Absolutely. Getting in Claren's face and boxing is really what you want to do. And if you're able to like triangle dash through or air dodge through some of the moves, she's in a really tough spot.
A riskier parry attempt there from Guard. Backpack kind of punishing him for it. Doesn't get the stock, though. And this should be it?
Not going to be it. So Guard actually got a parried aerial as he landed, which parry stun ends in 40 frames from when you land. So if you land the frame that you get parried, it's actually harder to punish than normal. And Backpack recognized that and had to go for a quick move and didn't get the kill. Finds it eventually afterwards, and now we're at an even game. But that explains the non-kill on that parry that we saw on the platform.
Ooh, the quick movement from Guard. Just mixing up Backpack just a little bit. But Backpack taking back control here. This is rough. Steven, what do you do here?
Well, right now what you got to do is kind of hope that you mess up, and yeah, there it is. Guard does manage to get his resources back, but gets hit by needles once again. No longer has resources. Is going to get put into the bubble with 4 stacks off the top. Rano's super jump and waits just long enough and times the up air 1 to hit right before Bubbles pops. So up air 2, going to kill off the top on DIN. Had
Super
guard
good
even DI'd out, probably dead anyway. No resources, going to be really far off stage.
And already that
sitting
high
duck.
up too, yeah.
Yes, absolute sitting duck. So that was an incredible conversion. As soon as you lose those resources, it's a really scary spot. And guard getting them back for a split second before using both of them and getting hit by needles and pushed off stage once again. Backpack just recognizing that don't push the button yet, don't push the button yet. Okay, he used a resource, now I push the button.
Exactly,
Instant.
and just like that, we went from a 2-0 pretty one-sided set so far to suddenly a Game 5 banger. You see the Rivals community sitting behind him, very excited for this top 8, and we have a ton of great sets ahead of us.
This is the best way to kick off a top 8.
Oh, a good Game 5?
Oh, yeah, a good Game 5 and loser's side to boot. Oh, forget about it. All right, so now we're going to Trouble Pond, which is one of Claren's best stages. This Spirit Tree, and some people don't like to admit it, but Tempest Peak are just fantastic for her. The overhanging platforms on all 3 stages give her a lot of recovery options that we've been really needing to see for guard. Unfortunately, getting caught with no resources there, but these side platforms will come into play in situations where guard isn't a normal edge guard.
Right. Oh my God! The read on that down air. Excuse me.
That was nutty.
Good carry fake there, but still gets punished for it.
Yeah, Backpack coming out with the gold Rano here, showing that he's staying that way. Getting the first stock going into this Game 5 is so crucial, and now building the extra credit, nearly lapping percents. He's looking really good here.
He has, and on top of that, we really haven't. Oh, big punish.
Second place. Yep, there it is. Up air, up strong is a classic. Don't even need the tipper there. Up strong Sour is the strongest one of her non-tipper moves.
And I was just going to say, we haven't really seen a hard punish or really like a super early stock from Claren in a long time. This has been a very evenly paced match. So I was worried that first stock coming so early might actually already spell doom in this.
Yeah, and it honestly might. But now we're seeing the punishes coming out. Oh, no, and the panic roll after missing the tech option is going to give Backpack the opening he needs to up strong and just find that Galaxy. And now we have a 4-stack situation with Claren off stage, going to recover and actually find a tipper dash attack. The reversal is real out here, Brosa.
48% already on guard's last stock. What's the answer here?
The answer is edge guard like your life depends on it. Don't let this Rano come back if you can handle it. And unfortunately for guard, we actually do have Backpack on stage and building even more extra credit now with 73% and an edge guard on deck.
And 2 stacks still there. That's a ton of extra damage.
Yeah, guard just kind of swinging here and swinging for the fences on the side platform. Does find the back air, which can be incredibly hard to DI if you're the opponent there. And now we have a
the trade.
Frame 5 back air out of hit stun. You love to see it if you're anyone but Backpack.
There it is. Got a Backpack with the pop-off out of the chair.
Throws the controller.
The reverse 3-0 on his older brother. I can understand the emotion, Steven. I can understand the passion. You love to see it, but you hope that controller's okay.
Oh, yeah. You've got more games to play, buddy. But an incredible reverse 3-0. That was an adaptation to edge guarding throughout the entirety of the set. And
absolutely.
You mentioned it early on, but the DI against Claren is so crucial to learn in the matchup. And having been brothers...
Yep. You know each other's habits.
That DI is well known and well established. We did not see any of those crazy guard clips that we see on Twitter.
Nope.
Because they're brothers. Backpack understands what kind of punishes guard's going to go for. Backpack knows how to DI tipper moves. Down and out is a murder tool against a lot of Claren's like flashier combos and just really, really intricate random things can come into play, and a deep understanding of the matchup is what you need to have DI like Backpack did, and it's just immaculate. Did a fantastic job.
What else is there to say?
Yeah, not much else to say. The edge guarding coming in clutch for the stock finishes, and now we're going to move on to the other side of losers with Maddie Ice and Kodako.
Yeah, this is going to be a hell of a set. I mean, the Tampa legend, right? Like one of the, it's funny to say old guards now because of like, I mean, we saw Maddie come up in that kind of middle range with Windows and Cake when they first came in and everything else. And it was kind of him taking some time away, right? Like went and focused on an IRL career and working with the Rays for a while. And I always love seeing Maddie out at events. Nobody really plays. It's so funny how you have the 3 top rasters at the time was like BioBurb, Mike, of course, and then Maddie. And they all played the character oh so differently the entire time. So this could be a knowledge check for Kodako, perhaps. What is this?
I don't know. We were just handed a phone.
Oh, is this a clip we were supposed to watch? What am I watching here?
Wait, what?
No way.
There's no way.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, he DBZ'd himself.
Guard 1.
Guard 1. Guard 1. No, he absolutely did.
Yeah.
He absolutely did.
Backback, fast fell, fared, and hit fell the fair, and died off the bottom during the Galaxy. Guard 1.
We're sitting here, MSB brings us a phone, we're like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Like,
we're commentating top 8, get out of here. This is unprofessional. Come on, get out.
And we didn't even notice.
Yeah, the screen cut away before we saw the victory screen.
So
I'm blaming production.
Production's
fault.
Production's fault.
No, I'm just kidding. But no,
wow.
that is crazy. So Backpack actually pops off, loses the set during that pop off. That is.
And we've seen this before. I mean, this is now part of.
Yeah, shout outs to Arizona because this has happened before.
Oh no!
Oh my God! Because a very similar thing happened with Chompers versus Protagify back at Overgrown.
Yeah.
In pools, down special mixed with an up air, I think it was, and both characters go off the top, and both of them pop off. But yeah, that's absolutely insane. Backpack. Not moving on like we thought. Having a 39% SD to close out Game 5 is actually just brutal. I'm really happy for Guard, but you hate to see it.
I think that's brutal for both players because Guard, celebrated with his brother, said congratulations, and then you look back at the screen and you're like, why is my character on there?
Yeah, that's absolutely insane. I don't think we've seen that happen at such a high level of
not in the top 8. We've seen it in Melee and 4 and all. Like, that happens.
And we've seen it in Rivals in pools.
Right.
In round-robin pools.
But not RCS top 8.
Exactly. That's – wow.
What else do you say here? I mean, your heart goes out to both of them because, like we said, Backpack pops off. He's earned the win, the reverse 3-0. He's hugging his brother. And then you look back and you go, oh, shit.
Yeah. Wow. That's insane. Well, hey, you can't dwell on it for too long.
Nope.
We are moving on to the other set in loser side, top 8. It's going to be Kodako versus Maddie Ice.
Looks like Maddie no longer works for the Rays. He works for the Jays instead, or else he's just a really big fan.
Maddie was
but that's a lot of swag.
Yeah, Maddie was wearing a Rays shirt yesterday.
The mix-up.
So, I mean, maybe looking at an occupational change.
Perhaps.
Someone send this video to his boss.
The loyalty.
And then obviously Kodako having the run of a lifetime, beating LP to make top 8.
Well, I mean, they do such a phenomenal job at these Florida tournaments too. I mean, that's really what got them with GoTE in the first place. Was their run at GoTE in, was it 19 or 20? 20.
It was
19. Because we had 2 years of COVID. COVID knocked off GoTE into an online event, and now we're back again, and this is going to be a lot of fun. Sil versus Raster, I think, can be a little bit polarizing. Just because Raster can kind of do disgusting things to Sylvanos as like a frame, but then Sylvano hits Raster like 4 times and they explode.
Sylvanos is one of Raster's worst matchups in a lot of our opinions in this sad bird community that we have for ourselves. It's tough out here for our low tier friends.
Of course.
Raster does do amazing things combo-wise to Sylvanos, but the thing that I mentioned yesterday in our hotel room is that Sylvanos actually does a really good job against all the high tiers in this game. with a lot of ability to kill characters like Raster and Ori and Maple really early with up airs. But like you said, that doesn't really matter if you're getting comboed to oblivion.
Nope, and that's what we've seen twice in a row now. Maddie's only taken 30%, and Kodako is now on a bit of a run here and might actually be able to finish off of this.
Yes,
Ooh.
so the one thing you'll see in Sylvanas for this matchup is one punish usually leads to like 50 or 60%. And then the second punish can be a stock because up air, look at that, almost kills from platform height at 100%. And so, basically, you lose neutral 3 times and you can die as Raster.
Oh my god, Maddie's so good.
If you're reading rolls and on a moving platform and charging strong attacks, you're going to get those kills as Raster too.
Now, tell me, because you've been playing Raster for a little bit now, why is it that you don't see more Rasters use that down special in neutral like Maddie?
Well, I use it in neutral like Maddie because I steal things from all the Rasters. I'm trying to make my Raster play like Maddie Ice, BioBurb, and Mike as a combination. And honestly, the answer...
Sabansky's monster.
Exactly. And so the answer that you're looking for of why don't we just see it more often is probably just because, early on, you use it too much, you get punished really hard for it. But then, as you get better at the game, it becomes actually an incredible timing mix-up and a huge punish tool that,
double tap.
You need to get to that level to understand. And Maddie is just at a level above most Rasters.
That's fair. And listen, we talked a lot about Maddie, but here comes Kodako bringing this all the way back almost immediately.
Yeah.
Look at this.
And here's this tech chase. One punish turns into 70%, and now Maddie Ice in real danger.
You might be dead.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Maddie Ice now at 82%. One neutral loss could be a stock for either of these players.
Gonna recover here. Oh, and there's the perils of the down B.
Yeah, and so Maddie Ice doing a thing that I like to do in the matchup as well. Ooh, that'll do it! Off the side!
And Kodako with the game one
crazy.
pop-off.
And so that's the thing about that down special, too. In this matchup, with Sylvanas burrows, if you have the slipstream out, that down special will actually cover every single burrow opportunity. But having grass there makes it a little scary because they can bite. And so that's why I think Maddie decided to go for half of the options and go off stage on a miss. But yeah, Kodako turning that around. The early combos showing a little flashiness from Maddie Ice, but the heart of steel from Kodako bringing it back. Yeah, that was huge. So many up airs and just going to die off the top. Reverse hit of up air or the inside hit of up air is so hard to DI, especially when you're right in the middle of a Raster like that. And so we see about 4 or 5 of them and they turn into a strong attack. And wow.
Mix? Excuse me. And that's going to finish off the top, man.
Yeah.
Still up air.
Silv up air against a lot of heavy characters is not that scary, but against these light characters, it is a brutal tool of destruction.
Ooh, big strings here.
Oh no, and the SD.
That didn't affect him too much game one, losing stocks early. I don't know if the SD here will either. Kodako, as you mentioned, the heart of steel, phenomenal in that mental game.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate, buffering the air as they fell down to the blast on there. But honestly, going blow for blow in the second game. And finding the stock, all the options on DI, and doing the instant burrow into up special.
That was insane.
Yeah, and I am also assuming it was a jump cancel up special because that saves 5 frames on landing. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Steven!
That back air almost pushed him into that hitbox. Look out there, Maddie. You can't be throwing those out. Oh my goodness! And Slipstream is now off the table for 5 seconds. Coda actually interrupted it. And now Maddie Ice not having any Slipstream to move around and gets hit by the back air off stage. And Coda survives after SDing at essentially 0 on their second stop.
And that stall there so good on that side platform against almost every character but Sylvanas. That backer is going to reach out there and tip her at that spot so frequently, and Kodako taking great advantage of it.
It's a sweet spot, not a tipper. They don't have to space it that well.
Fair. I thought you were...
Us former Claren mains get offended when you say that.
See, I thought you were just being semantic between the words, and then I was like, oh, yeah.
Actually, no, but no, it does actually matter because they can overlap hitboxes and still get the sweet spot.
Gotcha.
It used to be a tipper.
Listen, good for you, though, going from a low tier to a lower tier.
Exactly.
You are a man of the people.
I'm a low tier hero, and so is Maddie Ice right now, playing this Raster.
As we can tell.
And fighting his heart out. Like, down 0-2, going to Tower of Heaven.
Trying to reach to the heavens.
Yeah, got to figure out something, some way to kill Kodako more consistently.
3 times in a game, that's the goal.
Yep, 3 times in one game. Last time Kodako gave him 1, and he was able to only do 1 himself. So, like, got to find something.
Got to get those numbers up. And Kodako playing just great neutral right now. And this is where things get really tough, right? Like, some of Raster's entry options without Slipstream out are a little bit risky, and especially with that much coverage on the ground. Look at all those grass patches. It makes a big difference because it really limits where Raster can go to when Slipstream is not on the table.
Yeah, I will mention that I haven't seen Maddie breaking a lot of flowers. He'll be next to them and not throw them out. Slipstream can break flowers from across the stage as long as they're fully grown.
What kind of damage are we going to get here? Good. The Vortex begins.
Good air dodge through. Those up air 1 combos are not true, and Maddie was able to get out of it, but it doesn't really matter too much because, whoa, never mind. The charge up strong getting punished by the grounded straw, just going to kill. But Maddie Ice in some trouble here on the second stock with 83% already on him. He is at kill percent.
Hold on, Steven. Hold on.
Maybe Coda's at kill percent now.
If that down air connected, I'm pretty sure we were going off the top.
It would have been really scary, yeah. And now Maddie Ice in disadvantage once again, 100% on him, and that fair and up air both could have killed. Oh my goodness, if the bite happened.
Oh, Maddie.
Maddie is just scraping by, barely surviving, and the charge strong going to do the tech chase on platform.
Great second place here. Going to go off the top. No, a phenomenal DI.
That is actually a really hard move to DI, as you see right there. It angle flips through the center of Sylvanos, and if you're not able to catch that angle flipper, you're going to die. Maddie Ice responding, though, right away with a stock of his own, and now we're down to 1 stock apiece.
There we go.
Chance coming out for 1 more stock in the crowd, and they are getting alive right now as we're seeing Raster Ford still do some really big work in Slipstream.
Tampa gang. The straw mix-up, excuse me. Maddie with the modern tech, let's go.
Yeah, that is something that we don't see too often.
No, and that's what kind of helped Cobra catapult himself into top 10 this season.
It really is, yeah. Up air into straw is something that we see actually in Rivals 2 quite a bit.
Really? Tell me more.
No, but it's something that I started doing after Trevor did it to me in Rivals 2, and I started doing it in Rivals 1. But I haven't pulled it out in bracket yet. Pulling it out in bracket that is impressive. That is very brave, and it comes with a huge reward there. Kodako dying at, I believe, 70% maybe before the hit. And that is just absolutely incredible, forcing the bad DI off the side.
Listen, Maddie said, just because I'm not entering tournaments anymore doesn't mean I'm not paying attention.
All right, we are now on Koda's counter pick here on Troupple Pond. And
you thought the Vortex was bad before.
Yeah, this is such a great stage for Sylvanos, but I do think it's actually a good stage to counterpick if you're Maddie Ice as well here. When Sylvanos counterpicks me as Raster to this stage, I'm kind of happy.
You have a lot of room to run.
Yeah, so this might be a comfort pick, but I do think it's actually a great stage. And for Raster in the matchup, he's going to up special off the top and catch Koda.
Wow.
That was the sour up special, killing off the top, which going back to early access used to be even stronger, but it is still a very potent tool off the top.
Ooh, big up tilt there because that looked like we were going back.
Yes, it did look like
you might
we
be
were
going back.
Yep.
Yep.
Going to kill off the top once again. 2 clean combos coming out there. And one thing you'll see, instead of tornadoes, Rasters like Mike used to do up special all the time because it was safer, quicker, and yeah, you go into pratfall, but you're going to come down much quicker than a neutral beat.
I was about to say, you go into pratfall regardless, right? You might as well.
Exactly.
All right. This is kind of a repeat of game 1 here. Can Kodako center themselves?
Yeah, that last stock maybe kind of shaking Koda to the core there, as we're seeing a very different game than we did in game 2.
Ooh, love the Slipstream continuation there. But here's the thing, right? Game 3, that big win for Maddie bringing it back, that could have been an entire set changer too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just ends it early.
Yeah, and so that's another thing. Why isn't Maddie breaking the flowers right there? I just don't understand it personally. And I do think it ended up getting him punished there, but it didn't end up turning into a stock. So, I mean, it works out for him in the end.
So what looked like a very strong game 1 was a turnaround into Kodako winning game 1 and then dominantly winning game 2. Then Maddie having to pull deep from the back of trips to win game 3, wins game 4 pretty convincingly. And Steven, wouldn't you know it, we're back on game 5.
Yep, we are back on game 5, and as you said, that reversal in game 3 could be a set changer. Koda, a very momentum-based player, and maybe getting shaken a little bit to their core as Maddie Ice is now riding the momentum train of his own.
Right.
So now we're going to Treetop Lodge.
Monkey spot.
Yeah, the monkey spot. You've got you got the two monkeys laughing at you, having a good time over there. Oh. But you know who isn't having a good time?
That would be Maddie Ice.
That's Maddie Ice. The top blast zone going to make it harder to kill Raster off the top, but that's really not too big of a deal for Sylvanos up air, as we saw. And yeah, the big thing that we're going to see here in this matchup is the smaller stage is going to lead to a lot more control off of one neutral win.
Right, and it's going to come down to who gets those individual pieces, because we've seen in the previous games that 2 neutral wins can get you a stock on either character.
Yeah, and both of them are going to have trouble landing, but Sylvanos does have a little bit of an easier time surviving to higher percents, especially off the top here.
Yep.
And the tech is going to come out from Maddie Ice, going to get back to stage, but in a very dangerous spot, down 2 stocks to 3.
Slipstream back off the table, too.
And this is really interesting, seeing Koda retreat to that top platform. Normally, Sylvanos wants to stay as grounded as possible, but Koda going to top platform and just waiting to plat drop on top of the Raster and dashing back for the 4 strong.
All right, there's no, not one.
Surviving off the top. Credit to the stage.
So Maddie down 1 stock now, a full stock at that. Last stock of the tournament, potentially. Kodako wants to close it out here. Here's that first neutral win we were talking about, 46.
Yeah, one of them are going home after this game ends, and Maddie Ice getting a down special, which can be a huge opener. But yeah, every single percent that Koda gets is like an extra nail in the coffin here going into the final stock.
Absolutely. Great use of the down air there.
And one thing we also saw as Maddie Ice did the up air into up special, and actually Koda was ready for it, survives, but it didn't matter because Maddie did not take another percent.
What are you going to do with this invincibility here? Only gets 2 hits off of it, Steven. This is big.
Yeah, this is very big. Maddie Ice now riding a momentum train, going into off the top, doesn't find the sweet spot, gets the double clap, no sweet spot on the forward clap either. And now Koda has... Koda almost kills with raw dash attack.
Oh, but there goes the side special. Has to wait it out here.
It does get it back, and now Maddie Ice working a little bit on the ground. Koda's trying to stay on the platforms.
Great TI out.
And the forward tilt coming out. Koda not going to get there.
Huge counter
Trading
hit here.
the down special. That's going to do it. The trade of Raster down special.
Kodako heartbroken in defeat there, but you got to go back. That was a hell of a set.
Yeah, what an absolute crazy set.
Yeah, there it is.
Maddie
Tampa
Ice,
gang.
Maddie Ice with the delayed pop-off, waiting to respect his opponent. And then once the opponent left, that's when the emotions come out.
Time for the boys.
Yep, it's time for the boys.
And I can understand, I mean, just a heartbreaker. There's so many times where they could have closed it out in games 3 through 5 and just could not do it. Maddie, a phenomenal display there. Love to see it. Love to see it. But Maddie, a phenomenal display there. That is that mentality that he has, too, to be able to lose game 1 like that, to have your opponent pop off game 1, which is always risky.
Yep.
Always risky to pop off game 1. To lose game 2 in pretty dominant fashion, and then to dig as deep as possible to win that game 3 off of that DI mix-up.
Yeah,
to then
a crazy DI mix-up at that.
2-stock comeback, reverse 3-stock in game 5 against Silva on one of the smaller stages that looked like it was going to be all Kodako there.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal set so far here at GoTE. Gamers on the Edge supporting the Lymphoma and Leukemia Foundation. I mean, this is absolutely a phenomenal tournament, and I wouldn't start Sunday any other way.
Yeah, neither would I. And speaking of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, make sure you go to gamersontheedge.com and donate. We're doing this helping sick kids. It's a fantastic organization. This entire tournament series and the organization Gamers on the Edge is for the kids. 100% of the profits of this go to charity, go to helping sick kids. Mm-hmm. And, we are just very fortunate to have someone that cares as much as Angel. We saw him
Could you think of a better name?
I couldn't think of a better name. He was born for this, right? And we saw him here before Top 8 talking about this, the organization and what they do. But please, if you have it in you, go to gamersontheedge.com, check out what they do, and hit that donate button.
Just a pillar of the Tampa community and the Florida community as a whole.
Pillar of the Rivals community.
That too. For a long time now. Long supporter of Rivals, and really got behind Rivals as a sponsor faster than pretty much anybody has. You think about it. Backpack was sponsored by GoTE. Kodako was sponsored by GoTE, and this goes back even into the lore.
Yeah, and also they sponsored Rivals in a different way. They actually drove all of their setups from Florida all the way to Riptide in Sandusky, Ohio. They provided our PCs.
I did not know that. Yeah, I did not know that.
And they just were like, yeah, we'll do it. That'll be fun. Just,
road trip.
Give us, rent us a car. And we're like, okay.
That's it?
Yeah.
Deal.
It was incredibly kind. They are a pillar, as you said. GamersOnTheEdge.com. Donate if you can. And let's check out the winner's side of this top 8 bracket, the first top 8 bracket of RCS Season 7. We have CakeAssult, the sole champion of offline events in Season 6, is sitting here against Zeeby, who was actually able to take a set off of Cake at Heatwave.
Heatwave and at Skyline.
But Heatwave being a tournament that Cake was able to come back and win through losers, one of the 3 RCS locals, Zeeby, one of the few people to actually damage him. This could be very interesting because, as we saw at Genesis 8, CakeAssult looked unbeatable.
Untouchable.
Yeah, if CakeAssult plays like that, he'll never lose a game in his life.
So, for context, I had to leave Genesis early. My daughter's birthday was that weekend, and so I flew overnight to go back home, but had my phone in the background watching that top 8, knowing that Cake was going to go on a run after how mad he was Saturday night, knowing that the people in front of him had better be on their A game or they were going to get ran over. And, buddy, everybody stood in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
They got ran over.
CakeAssult beat Zaro.
Yep.
CakeAssult
3-1.
Kusi.
3-2.
CakeAssult beat SoulRiffle.
3-0.
And CakeAssult beat Penguin twice. That is
3-1.
The other 4 of top 5 of our rankings. All in a row. And
line them up.
Yes,
knocked
them down with it seemed easy.
Honestly,
for him.
We talk about it all the time, Cake has been number 1 and has been consistently number 1, right? But it looked like it was on a different level.
Yeah, it was something that we hadn't seen awaken in him before.
No.
And he even tweeted out himself, he's like, I feel like this is the best Rivals I've ever played.
Yeah, and it was phenomenal to watch.
I talked to him before that bracket started, and he was like, we'll see if I don't suck today.
Yeah.
And, it's like he wasn't even that confident in himself going into it, but then the third eye opened, and he just went on a tear. So we are now going to be playing CakeAssult versus ZeeBee. Don't know what they're doing here. Okay.
Now, tell me, Steven,
they're testing their controller sensitivity because both these players play on GameCube, and they set up their the controller ports on the PCs. And so I believe they're checking out how the stick feels on the menu, which is weird that you do it there as opposed to, here.
So tell me something. My question for you is this. With this being the first RCS season with the new characters available, the Workshop 4, do you expect to see one here today?
If we do, the only person that would bring it out would be Zeeby. And it would be Zeebee's Malo after going down, I expect, 0-2. If Zeeby wins any games, we won't see it. That's my prediction.
Right.
I haven't talked to him or anything, but I expect that it'll be Zeeby Crag until he feels like he is.
Got to try something else.
He has to switch it up.
And here comes Game 1, Tower of Heaven, and Classic right away. The clone comes out, the rock comes out, and we are playing neutral.
Yeah, and to touch on that real quick, this neutral is very different than I normally see Zeeby play against CakeAssult. Jumping around with the rock is not something that we see Zeeby do very often. We normally see him go for some crazy, plat boost options, grounded baby dashes, but the slow, patient neutral like that is pretty unique.
Oh my God, the immediate mix-up. You almost always see the clone go down low, and CakeAssult just says, nope, no, I'm coming down. Rinse, wash, repeat.
Yep, ZeeBee at 112% already does find the forward air to come back on stage and is trying to play these platforms really well and using Nair 1 with expertise to push CakeAssult off stage.
Great DI there from Cake, but better coverage from ZeeBee so far.
Yeah, ZeeBee just doing a rinse repeat of his own right now and actually kind of faltering there, getting popped on the pillar, but it doesn't matter because CakeAssult does actually have to recover onto stage and gets the stock.
That was an exceptional edge guard there, and it felt like it lasted forever. ZeeBee, very, very good in that sequence.
Yeah, so we talk about it every once in a while, but Forsburn does have one of the worst recoveries in the game, but it doesn't look like it when it's piloted by CakeAssult.
Right.
And right there, ZeeBee points out that even the best are hampered by that recovery, and the rinse repeat, the patience is what you need to take down a Forsburn.
Uses the parry there to try to get an opening going. Cake still trying to find his way back in, try to reset some of these percents.
And CakeAssult off stage once again. Does get a break cancel with the edge of forward till on the top platform there. That was actually pretty cool.
Uh-oh. Can he? No, he's going to get back. All right.
Yeah, we'll do the turnaround, and CakeAssault's back air just not coming out in time and throws out a second one and misses that as well. And as a result, ZeeBee is back holding rock on this top platform.
These down tilts have been phenomenal on these wall jumps.
And just goes for it. Down special going to kill, not close enough to the wall to tech, and CakeAssult now down a full stock. Oh my goodness, the rock play has been just fantastic from ZeeBee so far.
It seems like that really is the difference maker on these top level cracks, right? Like the
DI in on forward tilt boost. Oh my goodness.
And the pillar break as well there down in the blast zone to prevent the tech option. ZeeBee looking pretty good this game one, Steven.
Yeah, ZeeBee looks very confident in what he's doing. CakeAssult looks like the recovery was a little shaky there.
Little linear at times.
Also, a little bit of the punish game was a little shaky. We saw a couple back airs just like not actually come out, getting canceled by the platform. We saw a few dropped edge guards, and ZeeBee coming back with a fair, coming back with aggression and not getting punished for it. And so CakeAssault's going to need to clean up some of this if he wants to move into game 2 with some changes.
Yeah, I like the choice here with this lower side flats, trying to get a kind of an advantageous recovery. But I mean, it kind of comes down to how well ZeeBee can use his advantage state, right? I mean, that really was the difference maker, is that CakeAssault's advantage state in that first stock lasted so long, but it did not net him a stock. And then the exact opposite happened once ZeeBee got his hands on Cake.
Yeah, and this is also, like, this stage in general is what we talked about in the Kodako versus Maddie Ice set. It's a lot of, like, if you win neutral, you're going to carry for a lot longer. And CakeAssult, normally with a brutal punish game, not really seeing a lot of these, like, really long-form combos we see from him normally. Maybe wants to get it closer, make it a little bit easier to open those up, and get into the groove of comboing ZeeBee.
There's those patented mix-ups on the down B, but
just the raw down strong calling out a jump in. And that was almost perfect DI from ZeeBee, but will die off the top.
He's got the rock in hand. Great parry there. Free recovery at this point.
Yeah, once again, the edge guard just like making it a little difficult for CakeAssult to deal with Krag off stage. That's not something we see him having problems with, but now we're seeing these tech chases come out. Oh, the back air just barely missing, and now CakeAssult going off stage and not finding it. Tech Nair into fair, going to take the stock for ZeeBee, but 102%, leading him to death. Yep, right afterward. There was enough extra credit CakeAssult built up to find an instant stock of his own.
That's something we didn't see in the Kodako set, is using those iframes to your advantage and immediately claiming a neutral win. Because, I mean, you see it in Melee all the time where the invincibility state matters so much when coming in between stocks.
Yes.
And Cake used that directly to his advantage there.
Yeah, we're on a small stage, and oh my gosh, ZeeBee cannot tech while holding that rock and going to have to recover. Does land, gets the pillar back, but no double jump now. And CakeAssult air dodging backwards and finding the back air to finish that stock off and collect that game.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Cake wanted from that small stage, right? A lot of Krags will counterpick to that stage themselves, but CakeAssult finding the punish game, though he was lacking in that first game, and really returning to form looking a little warmed up now.
And you almost saw it mid-game, too, is the crazy part.
Yeah.
Is like, because the first stock there was kind of in ZeeBee's favor, and then suddenly you saw that second stock get claimed, and then it was just all CakeAssult.
Yeah, like CakeAssult just decided to wake up, smell the roses, kill the Crag. All right, so CakeAssult banning Aramata. That's a classic ZeeBee stage.
That's a ZeeBee stage.
Banning Blazing Hideout, which I also agree with, because there's a lot of like Nair mix-ups you can do. A full hop you can either land on or off the platform with Nair. You can soft throw the rock and hit the platform from there. And then also banning Endless Abyss, which Endless Abyss is almost a free ban against any matchup as far as burn. The recovery being really difficult and ZeeBee being on top of it. Really good bans, and ZeeBee deciding to go to what I think is probably the best counter pick he could have chosen, and that's going to be Ethereal Gates. Huge blast zones all around, and then a stage that gives him a little bit of room to breathe and also has moving platforms and can turn into like those Blazing Hideout platforms.
I was going to say 20 seconds of hell for CakeAssult. Because now look at this. I mean, how do you recover if your cores weren't in a negative situation? But
well, you recover by not having to go off stage.
Yeah, it's true.
So CakeAssult deciding to hold that center, plat drop with the fair, and use the plat drops to his advantage here. ZeeBee landing and doing an instant down special, and that is going to get called out right away by CakeAssult. And the mistimed down strong. Not going to quite do it here. That's a rare mistime from CakeAssult. That was pretty interesting that ZeeBee's able to live here at 185% after that. Oh, plat drop combust. Just do it. ZeeBee pushing maybe one too many buttons there, and CakeAssult just says, well, you're going to die for that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, especially that percent, do you use the combust, do you not use the combust? But, I mean, with CakeAssult, with the command of the neutral that he has, just decide, listen, this is an easy kill, I'll just take this, and now we're looking at 50% already on ZeeBee's second stop.
Yeah, and honestly, like, having the ability and the access to smoke is something that we've seen CakeAssult during this tournament like really, really enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're not going to really see him collect that third smoke charge until ZeeBee is really at that kill percent. And oh my goodness, that was the DIest of downs.
Sure was. Both sticks held firmly in that direction.
Yeah, that was shocking. It didn't kill actually with that angle that ZeeBee gave us. But CakeAssult going really deep there, going for a kill, doesn't find it, but the continuation of the edge guard moves on stage with the upstrong.
151 now. ZeeBee could just up out there, I think.
Might have been able to, yeah. And now with CakeAssult at 191, ZeeBee might be regretting that decision, because every percent Cake gets is just another nail in the coffin. We said it before. But the extra credit CakeAssult gets here, 42% with 2 stocks.
3 was that first stock. 223%.
Yeah, and if you can't kill him, you're not going to win the game. You got to do it 3 times.
And it's Ethereal Gates too. It's his disadvantage actually from this counter pick, because we thought about this. Oh, it's a big stage, huge blast zones. This is going to be in ZeeBee's favor. And no, the stage so far has firmly helped CakeAssult.
Yeah, and one thing that we saw in the first game that ZeeBee hasn't really been able to capitalize on is the rinse and repeat edge guards that CakeAssult was suffering to.
I mean, when you autopilot, it's going to happen, but CakeAssult more than ready to adjust in games 2 and 3 we've seen.
Yeah, the CakeAssault's recovery, CakeAssault's edge guards, CakeAssault's punish game on stage, and just neutral in general have just improved gradually through the set, and it looks like he's building up steam, and it's going to be really dangerous into this game 4.
Minor thing for those maybe watching Rivals for the first or second time there, you saw him reposition for that down strong between ZeeBee and the rock. Fully intentional there, because otherwise ZeeBee was going to hard DI into that rock and tech and potentially survive whatever strong that CakeAssult was going to use.
Yes. Normally you would actually want to send the Crag off stage with that, be on the right side of him, because then it makes it harder to DI out and survive, right? But yeah, CakeAssult recognizing that the rock exists, ZeeBee is going to have a friend in that rock, and it was just a brilliant decision to make sure that you break both at the same time. And there's that tech on the rock. That's exactly what Cake was trying to avoid with the down strong to end that game.
Like a security blanket for Crags out there, that rock is so important in these situations. But
oh my goodness.
Beating ZeeBee very, very hard right now.
Yeah, that down air spike, I expected it to turn into a Cake charge, but Cake just waited for a second place and instantly down strong and he gets the kill.
Still using that same pillar charge, so he's got recovery options.
All right, Zeeby retreating to platforms once again. That's where he was doing well in at the beginning of the set. And actually finding a couple Nair ones, but nothing out of it. Yeah, CakeAssult just feels very comfortable right now.
Yep.
And the Upstrong not going to do it off the top quite yet. Gets the sweet spot, and the Force Burn just proving a little bit too heavy for that kill.
And look at how quickly CakeAssult steps back, gets a little bit extra smoke charge, and now just decides for the hell of it, I've got a 2-stock lead. Let me go ahead and get Combust on deck.
And then the recovery using the extra up special there. Yeah, so CakeAssult actually buffered an air dodge out of that, expecting to get hit from the Upstrong.
Right.
And so that's why you saw the air dodge up, because he DI'd towards the rock and wanted to tech it.
He was planning on using ZeeBee's rock against him, absolutely.
Yeah, and every single decision Cake has made has been just brilliant.
Where'd
and
you go?
Yeah, unfortunate for Zeeby, but it's just like when you're in the mix and you're in the blender like that, sometimes you're like, well, I got to get out of here. I got to DI out before he hits me with the next combo move.
And boy, did he get out of there.
Yeah, you get out of there when he hits you with the next kill move on accident.
Yep. And after a very, very confident game one, CakeAssult, and it's funny too, because we've seen Cake in winners tons of times.
Yeah.
Where it seems a little autopilot-y, it seems a little like, I don't really care, I'm not really here, I'm not really zoned in right now. And then Loser's Cake happens.
Right.
Loser's Cake happens after game one.
Yeah,
because game one, Zeeby really had a chokehold on the recovery options, the neutral play, just looked really, really strong the entire time. And then in game two, he's like, yeah, it's the first top 8 of RCS. I'm not giving a set win to Zeeby.
Yeah.
This ain't happening.
Yeah.
This ain't happening.
Cake doing a great job there, cleaning up his act and making the proper adjustments to really swing the pendulum from a heavy Zeeby favor to a heavy CakeAssult favor.
Right.
In the matter of games.
I would even say it's a light switch. Pendulum implies that it's going to go back in the other direction eventually.
I think it'll come back eventually. Seeing how Zeeby started that first game,
right,
I could see it coming back.
Now, I'm so glad that this got saved for last for our top 8 section. This is the one I've been waiting for the most. We talked about it into the lead-in for top 8. Penguin versus SoulRiffle. We talked about the history at Riptide, the 5-1. The SFAT, not the MyB, it was the SFAT. Got just absolutely wrecked in the first 5 at Riptide. Had a phenomenally close nail-biter set at Genesis that Penguin, as we mentioned, got a little lucky on.
Yeah, there was a little bit of luck there, but a lot of skill.
A smidge.
Yeah, a smidge. Just a touch of been there before.
Right.
Because, nerves on the big stage, tethered to the wrong side, and you survive, right? And I know for a fact that SoulRiffle wants that one back. I've heard him mention, I'm not going to tether to the wrong side again.
Yep.
Several times today.
Yep.
Not even just on Twitter.
Just in the building.
Yeah, in the building. He wants this a lot. And we are going into our other winner semi-set. Zeeby losing that one to CakeAssult is going to go ahead and play Maddie Ice and losers quarters after this one.
Yep.
But the loser of this is going to end up playing guard. Sorry.
Guard.
I still can't get over that set. Backpack looked like he wanted, he didn't. But yeah, so loser of this plays guard, and no matter, that's a really rough one. If I was on the lower side of bracket, I'd rather fight, I think, CakeAssult or Zeeby than either of these two. They're just so top of class on their characters.
I hope the Tampa Years, the purple guy, Ed, the legend, are coming over the radio right now because, God, I love Tampa Smash. Tampa Smash is so good. CFL Smash is good in general, but Tampa Smash has a place in my heart. So many good people down here. You've got your Tongs, you've got your Edge, you've got your Keiths, you got your Funks, you got so many people who help put on GoTE in the background outside of Angel and make this event what it is, and the community that's involved with something like this. I think Tampa Smash, if you've never had the chance to come down here, is something that everybody should make the attempt to.
Oh yeah.
Just because you have elite level Smash players and you have elite level Rivals players all in one building. All in one weekly, all in one monthly, all here together, and of course, all in one regional. Gamers on the Edge for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, guys. Light the Night is the leading cause here, and I didn't realize it was the LL Society. I thought it was going to be the Children's Miracle Network again. My mom survived lymphoma a couple times now, and it's been something that just makes it that much more personal here. And this is a fun segue because this is a very personal set between SoulRiffle and Penguin.
Yeah, SoulRiffle, like we said, really wants this one. It was just an absolute nail-biter at Genesis, and we're going to start it off on Ethereal Gates here, which is an interesting opener, because I don't feel like either character really gets that much out of this stage, but like to me, it's the most counter pick of the starters. You know, it's the biggest counter pick of the starters, but like I feel like it doesn't really affect either too much.
Right. Good mark there. Had to get out of that, too. I mean, he was taking a ton of percent.
Yeah, I was going to say, we hadn't really seen a lot of Lily play yet, and right as I was about to say it, SoulRiffle puts it down, Penguin gets the parry on it, and Penguin gets the Edgeguard. Now SoulRiffle trying to answer back, but only 45% on Penguin, and no mark right now as Penguin is continuing this Edgeguard off stage, gets a couple kicks.
Gets back to the stage. I feel like that was the most important thing. You saw the seed come out, and he really wanted to prefer to get the seed and have that hit, but it was also just like, man, I got to get back on stage.
And SoulRiffle swinging a little bit there, landing and instantly throwing down a 4-strong, hopefully catching a block drop from Penguin, but Penguin is very methodical with his movement.
That was some DI right there, Steven. You talked about the down DI from ZeeBee in the last game. Cool, buddy.
Yeah, that was some DI'd.
Yeah. Shout out to Mike. We're going places.
We are absolutely going places. And SoulRiffle does finally answer back, but the up strong getting a little ambitious, sitting there right next to the cloud. And Penguin making him pay, and SoulRiffle looking a little nervous here.
And I just love cutting to the Penguin player cam because you have so much reaction from these other players, and Penguin is just steely-eyed the entire time.
Stone cold killer.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Once a set or once a tournament, you got to make that joke, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Maybe more than once. We'll do it again.
I didn't even mean to.
It just happens, right?
It does. It's an accident. I pushed that one a little bit.
Okay. Whoa! So I'm not surprised by this.
He's talked about it.
Yeah, he has talked about it, and he talked about it this weekend too. And so the roster coming out against Penguin, which is really crazy because I mean, like that last set was actually so like close with just the maple, right? But now the first game was brutal. Maybe the roster's been so much on SoulRiffle's mind that this is like, you know, the roster is the way.
So I'm sure it's coming over at this point, but for some reason they're singing Edge's original interest theme, or one of his original interest themes. I can see clearly on this day. I see clearly, and I don't know why, but I love it. But yeah, Penguin. Wow. Okay, I was gonna say Penguin looking really good.
Edge is right back,
and then SoulRiffle just claps him in the face.
Yeah, that's a classic, like, you know, Angel Spawn platform, throwing out the clap and getting an instant bad DI kill. That is the most classic Raster thing I've ever seen. Forward air.
Ooh, the schmicks.
And so, also it's really interesting that SoulRiffle's going with Raster here because we saw Maddie Ice versus Penguin yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was the least close set that we saw of the entire day. Penguin has lost to Raster before, has lost to BioBurb, and a few different tournaments, but like in general, Absa versus Raster can be just like a steamroll if you're not careful.
And the one that stands out to me just because of how different the gameplay style is was at DreamHack Atlanta, where you saw BioBurb go for almost a timeout sequence in this matchup, play as loose of a neutral as possible just to like limit these kind of interactions that Absa can take advantage of. And neither Maddie nor SoulRiffle, from what we've seen so far, is going for that defensive style play.
Yeah, this is been a lot of like what we saw in game one from SoulRiffle. There's a little bit of over eagerness for these kills. SoulRiffle eventually finding a parry into a straw there, which is another bad DI, which is really rare for Penguin, seeing bad DI on multiple stocks per game. But yeah, SoulRiffle really wants these kills. We saw it with some random up strongs in the Maple game, and we saw it with some random claps here. And Penguin just seems very comfortable. SoulRiffle looks hungry.
Yep.
And
SoulRiffle looks like he's the only one with $100 on the line right now.
Yeah. This is going to need some major adjustments. The Raster may stay on the screen. It did a little bit better than the Maple, but I don't think that was really a credit to anything too different besides some bad DI from Penguin, not expecting, you know, a random clap from the Angel platform or just a straight up scraw when it wouldn't Galaxy. Maybe expecting some combo stuff. Like, Penguin felt very in control that entire game, regardless of the character.
Right. And I mean, you saw the turnarounds between the stocks, you saw the clap, you saw the scraw, and you're just like, and Penguin just kind of went,
All right, well, back to going to
Cool.
neutral, where I'm going to win this stock, right?
I'm going to introduce you to my good friend, the Nooch.
Yep. Yeah, SoulRiffle taking a minute, and rightfully so, because, yeah, something's got to change here. It's going to be possibly a 3-0 on the line getting sent to losers if we don't see something change.
That's rough, man, because you're the one that laid down the gauntlet. You're the one that put this challenge out there. $100 on the line. I think I'm better than you, and I can prove it. And you're kind of getting raffle stomp so far. So hopefully we see what we've seen in the previous sets in the loser side, where Game 3 is this reckoning moment, right? Where they're able to turn things around and push to a Game 5. We saw what we thought was a reverse 3-0 in the first set. We saw a reverse 3-0 in the second set. And now it's, what do you do?
Yeah. I really don't know what you do as SoulRiffle, because the confidence isn't there.
No. No.
He is known for his breakneck aggression and speed. And if the confidence isn't there, you're not going to get the combos, right? And like seeing random strong attacks just is indicative of that, right?
Right. Recklessness without a plan is, aggression without a plan is just recklessness.
And like, I really feel that slowing it down is the way to do it, but I've never seen SoulRiffle like slow down and actually like succeed in a slow gameplay, right? Like that's just not how he wants to play the game.
No, I
do like that we're seeing
player, right?
Yeah, I do like that we're seeing the maple once again, though. I think that this is the way. Like, if you're gonna figure it out and get into a comfort zone and play the game you want to play, doing it with the character that you are known for is the way to do it. And wow, I don't think I've ever seen Downstrong kill.
Just about to say that
without a Galaxy at like 200%.
I'm just like, wait, that move kills?
No,
that move kills less than Ori up there.
Yeah, I don't understand what happened there, but Penguin will take it. Penguin will absolutely take it. And yeah, so like we see.
Ooh, great dash step though.
That was so good. Penguin did a double jump cloud, and SoulRiffle has gone on records before saying that when you do a double jump cloud, you're vulnerable, so just go up there and hit him.
Yep.
He waited for the cloud placement to basically finish or be into a spot where you couldn't actually hit him, and so he comes from below the ledge and sweeps underneath the cloud and finds the that little space just to punish Penguin really hard for something the Penguin feels really safe doing.
Ooh.
Oh, no up air.
Yeah, same.
Going for a down strong kill again, not going to find it this time, but here's the up air, and now Penguin with only 9% and 2 stocks left. SoulRiffle going for another up strong there. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's just
puzzled. Puzzled is the word.
Yeah, a little bit of spaghetti here and a little bit of nerves maybe, and now Penguin is just trying to get back here and build some extra credit and finish up this set. Because if you're Penguin, this is exactly what you want. Like, obviously you want to win the game, but you also want to make sure that your opponent never feels comfortable.
Nope. And it's not just about being comfortable in this set either. It's about the potential return in losers.
Right.
It's about future sets as well. Especially when you have a player like SoulRiffle who is so confident going into the set, you are closing any concept of this set of tides is going to change.
Right. And SoulRiffle being an emotional player, finding that Lily Bite into Nair forward air may be something that he's looking for, a little bit of hope going into this game here. And, you know, is doing a better job of surviving, too. Even if he doesn't, like, win this game, like you said, the little bit of mental, like, victory that you can get by saying, like, okay, well, I did start doing some really good stuff at the end of the set.
Right.
Will carry on into losers for sure. Beautiful little wave dash back into forward strong there. Abscess forward strong, not really a kill move unless you're at the ledge. So,
oh, my God.
Wow. That's a lot of hits done at 160%.
2 kills with Downstrong in one game.
Yeah, so one of them was a Galaxy.
At 170.
Yeah, but the other one wasn't.
Yep. That was weird.
That was a little bit of a puzzling set. It definitely looked like Penguin feels right at home, and it looked like SoulRiffle wanted it, but was nervous about wanting it.
And that's the tough part about this, right? Because we've seen SoulRiffle on the big stage. It's not a big stage environment. That's not the issue here. It's the issue is that you put yourself in a bad situation. You put too much pressure on yourself. You know, obviously the RCS is a year-long event. This is this one tournament is not the deciding factor in someone's top 50 placement. It's not the deciding factor in going into Genesis next year. But when you put that extra little bit of oomph, I have to win this. I have to come out on top. And then you see what happened in game ones. And suddenly, with an emotional player, that can shatter. You know, you have to be able to have that bounce back. You have to be able to have that natural reserve that, you know, we saw both Kodako and Maddie Ice, as we see him sit down now, show in their loser set. And we didn't. And that is so difficult because you don't know how that's going to impact SoulRiffle going into the loser's run, if there is a loser's run in front of him at all, because now suddenly it's Maple versus Claren. Yeah. And that's not a fun matchup. And Guard is maybe not as versed in it as you are, but is also very well versed in this matchup.
Yeah, well, SoulRiffle and Guard actually do have a bit of a history, and SoulRiffle generally goes Crag against Guard.
Really? That makes sense. That makes sense.
And it has won in the past with that. So we'll likely see a mixture of either Maple first and then switch to Crag, or just straight up starting Crag first.
Right.
But yeah, that'll be an interesting one to see if SoulRiffle can compose himself and get ready to do that in this losers quarters final.
The good news is you have a little bit of time.
Yeah, you have a 1 set break, which we saw Maddie Ice take out MSB in a pretty strong 3-0 fashion.
Yep.
Maddie
I was shocked to see it.
Very patient, a lot of dash dancing and slipstream, a lot of dash dancing on the side of the stage. But MSB is also very different Crag than ZeeBee.
That's true.
ZeeBee versus Cobra at Genesis was a Game 5 stunner with the air dodge right.
To avoid the down special.
Avoiding the down strong. Yeah. And then so ZeeBee getting a little bit of like defensive counterplay mixed with luck to win that set, right? So
see,
it's really interesting.
I have to interject there. I have to interject because we saw that, and because me and GPIC called that set because we had seen that exact kill, and I think it was either game 3 or game 4. I don't think it was luck at all. I think it was ZeeBee baiting that option, air dodging backwards, and clutching rather than getting any kind of luck. I want to give as full credit as possible in these situations because it was an adaptation. It wasn't just a read.
Well, to be fair, I did say defensive counterplay mixed with luck.
I understand.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, having the air dodge on deck and doing that, and Cobra went for it all. Even if Cobra had jumps left, which I'm not sure if he did, that low to the blast zone, Raster will just die every time.
Yep.
But the point of this entire conversation is saying that this is a different Crag, and we have seen really close sets with really good Rasters.
It's a different
recently.
Raster too, though, because I'm sure they have played. Wait, wasn't this Genesis 5 the $100 match?
Yes.
And Maddie Ice won that.
That is correct.
All right. Oh, man, Rivals lore here. Because I was trying to remember, when's the last time that they played on a high-profile stage? And it was that $100 money match at Genesis 5 with thousands of dollars on the line. And they said, but.
Also, here's a money match.
Here's an extra $100. I'm better than you.
Yep. All right, here we are going into Game 1 on Tower of Heaven.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Maddie Ice just threading the needle there on that initial combo.
There's one thing that Rasters love in this game, and it's comboing Crag.
He deserves it.
Yeah, Crag in this matchup looks for a lot of trades, looks for a lot of weird openings and kind of like what am I doing to you kind of like moments, trying to make you second guess yourself if you're the Raster, because any straight hit any percent is a huge victory for Crag. But meanwhile, the Raster wants to whiff punish. The Raster wants to just have clean edge guards, clean combos, and just do business as usual on a character that's really fun to hit. Yeah, and right there, that's exactly what you want.
Reversal nair.
Yeah, goes a little bit too hard on the edge guard and gets the tech reversal nair fair. And
iframe revenge.
Iframe revenge does exist, but if you're ZeeBee, that's exactly what you want in this matchup. Even losing the stock right away is fine because you're already showing hey, it's not safe to edge guard me.
Nope, I know what's coming.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to touch me if I'm on a pillar.
And it's crazy too. That 60% is all because the F tilt did not reach through and break that block. Because that's what Maddie Ice was going for there.
It really is, and yeah, that Nair 2 into up strong would have killed, and we're gonna see it right there. Oh my gosh, gets hit by the sour hitbox there. Doesn't find anything, and because of the sour, Maddie Ice does have a second lease on life and survives enough to get the combo. And once again, on the other side this time, iframe revenge.
You love to see it.
ZeeBee once again, we saw it in the CakeAssult set, standing there with Rock in the corner. Rock is really good in this matchup. If Zeebee's able to create space and pull Rock, it can be really, really strong in neutral.
Oh, man.
Normally you don't see a lot of it, though, because...
The nair there to mix it up.
Yep, that was really good.
Oh, my God.
All right, we are seeing some options coming out of these players right now, and here comes Rock into play. And the reverse down special.
Sneaky.
Yeah, that reverse down special, and then like Maddie Ice going for a punish maybe on that move, and Zeeby being like, it's actually pretty actionable, and turns around and turns it into a kill.
Mm-hmm.
Zeeby even laughing about that too, is like, that was a bit of a scramble for that last stock. Like, both of them were doing some different options. You heard us go quiet for a second because we're like, what is happening?
What are we watching? This is like what is happening on the screen in front of us? So Jules Veil.
Jules Veil is a good counter pick. If I'm Raster, I do like the stage, and I know Maddie likes it a lot too, because you can hide on one side of the stage, you can dash dance and slipstream, be pretty safe, and that side platform can be an escape for either character. You'll see Maddie Ice do a lot of like wavelands off and wavelands back on, paint the side of the platform basically, or take the paint off of the platform with his claws over and over on the edge. So it's a kind of a reprieve on the edge guard, and also a tool to continue the combo off the side.
Ooh, good reversal here. That's going to be it.
Wow,
beautiful.
Just like that was a forward special through the crag, and then a jump through back air into confirm. Just absolutely special stuff right there.
Oh, man. Maddie's trying so hard to punish these techs, too, but just a little bit enough of iframe there off those techs to really keep him from getting full advantage. God, the dash dance so good, though. Step back.
Wow.
Oh.
See, sometimes as the Crag in this matchup, you just let something rip and you try to catch your opponent off guard, and that's how you win as Crag against Raster. And if there's the one person that can make people confused, it's Zeeby.
It is. All right, patient comeback here. Maddie saw game one, said I lost the stock when I shouldn't have lost one. I'm up 100%. There's no reason for me to be up down dealing with this.
Yeah, no reason to overcommit to anything. Doesn't go for the parry there, and instead goes for the jump call out, because it looked like ZeeBee actually was trying to get a jump into the wall jump on the rock there in case it got parried. And Maddie Ice recognizes it, says, no, you're not getting off that easy, and goes for the punish, finds the stock as a result.
God, Maddie's playing this matchup so patient right now. And it still doesn't matter because you die at 86.
Exactly. If you miss a single punish as Raster in this matchup, you're getting nared out of hit stun. And nared out of hit stun comboing into up strong kills at 70+%.
What's the extension here? Good use of the down B. Even percents here, Steven. And not quite.
Yeah, Maddie Ice at very much kill percent right now, and good weight on the wall jump there. Had Maddie wall jump earlier, that would have been a dare spike, and yeah, wall jump already used on that recovery, having the tornado over the ledge. An up special would have bonked him against the rock, so the tornado had to try to maybe get like some sort of weird interaction where he knocks ZeeBee out of his move,
or even
but
that,
ZeeBee was
trying to
well
sneak in underneath it, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what he was trying to do, is not break the rock.
Yeah, and like what Mike told me he does is a lot of times like tornado can cheese people by hitting them when you don't expect it.
Right. Oh. Ooh, an award ceremony. Oh.
I make a difference. I do. Oh, I get a medal for doubles. Yes, let's go. All right, I'm out of here. Goodbye. No, I'm kidding.
I got my hardware. I'm good to go. Now, game 3 on Forest Floor. This has been 2 games in a row now where Maddie has looked in pretty firm control, but then ZeeBee using the weight advantage for Crag versus Raster to its best positions here, because there's been a couple times now where ZeeBee's died in like the mid-hundreds, and a couple times now where Maddie's died in the mid-80s.
Look at these dash chances on stage, and
it's so good. It's so good.
Like you said, Maddie recognized that he lost his stock when he really shouldn't have in that first game while like contesting ZeeBee's pillar. But it's also a testament of ZeeBee saying, yeah, you're not really able to go off stage against me, and proving it once again right there. Going off stage against me results in you getting hit. I won't die, you get hit.
Now, it's the question of the commitment to the bit, though. Like, how long can Maddie play this? Because we've seen time and time again, Maddie's not this guy. You know, he can supplement this when he needs to and take advantage of this. But then now we're suddenly looking down the barrel
Yeah, this is a down 2-0. Maddie Ice continuing as planned, basically. But, like, as planned, has been losing the games just barely, but it has been a loss. Zeeby finding 192% on his third stock still. And, like, getting it. Like, Zeeby is positioning himself in spots where he won't die.
This is so dumb.
Like, this is exactly what you want as Krag in the matchup. If you are able to confuse your opponent and get random hits against a raster, you kill him at 80.
Right.
And, yeah, Zeeby lived to over, what was that?
223.
223%.
Whew. Ran out of jumps at the best possible time for Zeeby.
Mm-hmm. All right, Maddie Ice cooking a little bit here, getting a little bit faster on the combos and getting Zeeby to 98%. But once again, like, if you can't kill Zeeby before 200, you're going to run into some problems. So this has got to turn into an edge guard for Maddie. Maddie has to close these.
Yeah, you're almost playing too passive here. Only Nair 1.
That was a really good parry by Maddie Ice. Sends the shards down and kills the pillar, but Zeeby had another one.
Rare mistake.
And dash forward and ledge cancel pulled rock. It didn't look like there was a lot of space for Zeeby to fall through the cracks there, but there was apparently.
I don't understand how that happened, but
Krag is thinner than he looks.
I guess it's just the shell.
Yeah, he's been working out a little bit.
The camera in the shell adds 10 pounds, I guess.
Yeah, working on his figure, doing his best. But yeah, that was a big break for Maddie Ice. Big break for Maddie Ice. He's got to convert off of this and turn it into a game 4 situation. Ride momentum. Raw up strong off of a recovery. Once again, we saw it. Waveland on stage, just up strong, and Maddie falling for it multiple times.
All right, 36 now. Steven, this is pretty. Finally gets down. Jesus.
Yeah, that was really important for Maddie to knock away that rock, too, because Zeeby feeling very comfortable with it. And oh my God, the Nair! 1, 2, and then resetting and jumping for the up air. Gonna Galaxy. Like I said, you want to confuse, you want to throw out weird options, and then the raster dies early when that happens.
Yep.
And Zeeby just playing that matchup to perfection. What was once considered an unwinnable matchup for Krag has just been proven wrong in a 3-0 fashion.
And I love the camera holding on Zeeby for a second because his mask is covering your face. You can't tell if he's actually speaking or anything else. But he's kind of got his head cocked to the side and just kind of does this like maniacal look in his eye going, I got you, Matthew.
Yeah.
I got you, Matthew Icicle.
Matthew
Icicle. Brilliant minds, Steven. Brilliant minds. But yeah, Zeebert coming out on top there in pretty dominant fashion. I mean, Maddie Ice locked down neutral for an extended period of time there. And Zeeby said, cool, I'll live to 200. You're going to die at 60. Yep. I don't give a damn.
Every time that Maddie just undercommitted to something and was kind of like hanging out on stage and Zeeby was on the pillar, we saw that first reversal on pillar make Maddie like a little bit afraid to go off stage, because, rightfully so. But Zeeby decided, you know what? I'm going to waveland up strong and see what happens. And we saw that kill multiple times at like 70+%. We saw just really weird situations where Zeeby would throw the rock behind him or have a pillar behind him and just build extra credit off of that, find some random up air kills, and that's exactly what you want if you're the Krag.
And it's one of those things, too, where it's something that I learned when I first started playing the game is if you're going to dash dance, you better do it with a purpose or else you're just dash dancing.
Right.
And in sequences like that, we saw him chump check Maddie a few times with that wave dash on stage up strong saying, you're just dash dancing. You don't have a plan. You're waiting for me to push a button. Keep dash dancing. I'm going to get your pattern down, and then I'm going to up strong when you come dashing back in, or I'm going to catch your turnaround.
Right.
And that was 2 or 3 stocks over the course of 3 games. That was that exact sequence where he said, you have no plan. You are just dash dancing for the sake of doing this. I'm going to punish this and take a stock early.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And now we're going to be moving on to the other side of losers' quarters, where we see Guard, who had this shocking victory over Backpack.
And it's crazy to think about this too, right? Like this specific set where Guard thought he lost and is now continuing on his losers run. And then you have SoulRiffle, who just had a pretty debilitating loss to Penguin.
Yeah.
And now has to play again. So you have the lowest of lows trying to come high again on versus somebody who was very high and then just was suddenly rocketed back down. Guard had 4 sets to readjust.
Yeah, if I'm
SoulRiffle had a 3-0.
If I'm Guard in the situation, I'm not even feeling bad about thinking that I lost. This is now it doesn't matter what happens.
House money, baby.
Yeah, I am playing with house money, as you said. I am now further than I thought I'd be. I have nothing to lose. I'm throwing this all at the wall, and I'm going to see what's happening. Like, whatever happens, happens. Like, this is... If I am these two players, I'd rather be guard in terms of mentality.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. From a mental standpoint, without a doubt. You know, you've got the time to kind of really settle yourself. You've got the time to, you know, console your brother a little bit. And, you know, I'll win one for the Gipper, if you will.
Yeah.
You know.
Make it happen.
And what a guy to do it, too. I mean, this is the matchup to do it in. We'll see how this goes. And looks like we're starting Maple for SoulRiffle.
Yeah.
No crack.
I do remember SoulRiffle at Genesis saying that he always starts Maple, depending on the player, will like switch to Crag. But since they have played before, I wouldn't have been surprised if he did start with Crag.
So that reminds me so much of young Kevin Garnett when he was in the NBA, when he was a rookie. Would see people, fouls get called, and it's dead ball area, and somebody gets a free free throw or a free 3-point attempt, and he would intentionally jump up and block it and say, listen, none of this free practice here. None of this. I'm ready to play. He leans over to SoulRiffle. SoulRiffle's doing his little edge cancels off of the uppercuts, and he just says, no, hold on. Up tilt. I'm done with this. It's time to play.
Let's play the game. Yeah, SoulRiffle getting a little bit of some movement tech in before the game starts, and already looking a lot more confident in terms of just like movement in general. Like the nerves against Penguin may just be like nerves against Penguin, not necessarily nerves in bracket.
No, and I think it was that entirely too, right? Like it wasn't the stage, it wasn't the I'm in winter settings, it was this is versus Penguin, and I've done this to myself.
Right.
Ooh, guard cooking right now, though.
Yeah, guard cooking quite a bit, but that is going to be a wrap. And big punish. Oh, okay, so now we're seeing these edge guards come out a little bit more frequently. Like, I didn't see a single down special, side special edge guard against Penguin. But now we're seeing a little bit of a different SoulRiffle.
Good DI out there on the down tilt.
There it is. Oh, and doesn't get the wall jump. That was a wall jump fair for free, and doesn't collect on it, but this will be the kill instead. A little bit of a few misinputs. You see SoulRiffle on his player cam lean his head back, say like, that should have been a stock earlier, but is definitely feeling a lot better and a lot more comfortable in this set against guard.
Good mark there, too. Got back on stage regardless, but that's so important in this matchup when guard really likes to kind of do that rinse, wash, repeat edge guard. If you get the ability to kind of teleport back, it's huge. Wow.
Wow. Guard just coming in with the full hop Nair 6 and just landing it. That can be a pretty risky move to throw out, but with SoulRiffle's back to the ledge, lands it and gets the instant up strong and gets the kill.
Guard looking really comfortable right now. Got the mix. Doesn't get the tipper down strong, though. Or down air. Double tap.
So many down tilts, so many down tilts, so many down airs, so many side specials, and that'll be it.
Off the top.
That's the kind of combo we were waiting for against the backpack.
Set, right?
Yeah, now we're seeing a little bit of these flashy combos come out from guard. Like, both these players look a lot more comfortable than they did in their previous sets.
And the guard side chants from Tampa Rivals. This crowd is electric, Steven.
It really is electric, and it's not shaking SoulRiffle at all, as that is a perfectly timed fair that's going to kill guard. There was nothing guard could have done. No resources left, and that was just a precision surgical spike.
Ooh, great DI out there from SoulRiffle. Guard was looking for some sauce.
Yep, last stock situation now, and we have a missed Waveland maybe being a problem here. The big punish coming out. Guard not letting SoulRiffle back. One missed Waveland turns into the stock in the game, and guard takes game one against SoulRiffle.
He's doing so well with such a bad character.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
Get your propaganda out of here. This isn't Twitter.
That character sucks. Unless it's in the hands of guard at this point.
Yeah, guard is doing a great job with this matchup in particular. But yeah, that one missed Waveland on that final stock. SoulRiffle did end up landing, but it didn't matter because he's still in frame disadvantage, and Guard just did not give SoulRiffle the chance to reset to neutral.
Great start here, 37% for SoulRiffle, and the parry as well. Gets the mark back. Ooh, are we going up the top? Are we going crazy? No, just one hit.
Oh, okay, the down air started up there and gets canceled by the platform,
right.
and SoulRiffle kind of getting out of it little scot-free. Ooh, beautiful wave land there.
What do you think, Steven? Would you call that out there?
I would have tried to go for a side special Mihoimanoi because I'm an idiot.
I
Guard doing the safe thing and going back to stage, and I respect that a lot. Once again, getting the reverse tipper on a jump up nair. This stage layout is really interesting. Travel is great for Claren, first of all. But one thing you get for this stage is a plat boost from one side to the other with a nair starting above you makes that top platform not really safe for a lot of characters to be on.
Right.
SoulRiffle does find that first stock, gets a wrap into the second one. Here comes a Shippy Shuffle into the up special, cancel, side special onto the platform. This is absolute freeform combos, and SoulRiffle is going off right now. Oh, the charge up strong and almost gets another one off the Lily Bite.
SoulRiffle said, "You're not the only one with flashy combos."
This is the SoulRiffle we've been wanting to see.
A confident player finds himself in loser's side, down a game. We asked where the mentality was. We found it.
Yeah, we are looking at it right now. That is exactly what you want if you're SoulRiffle. Now he's moving like he hasn't this entire tournament even. Even in pools, this wasn't a SoulRiffle we saw.
Ooh,
he was woken up in this game too.
Oh, you're just...
And now Guard maybe feeling a little bit of nerves, down 3 stocks to 1, goes off stage on accident, and starts swinging a little bit, gets that plat drop, and wow, baits the parry. Forward strong, not going to do it quite yet without a tipper though.
Oh my god.
Just absolutely beautiful. And you know, this is a great clearance stage.
It's an even better Maple stage.
It is not just a better Maple stage, but it is Shippy's favorite stage.
Yep. And you can see why.
Okay, here we go.
Steven.
And that tech chase with down special is actually a brilliant move. You can do that against Lily. But SoulRiffle with a great DI to avoid any follow-ups. And now our Guard is bringing it to the other side of the stage. Well, that pot drop back air was pretty sneaky. Normally, you see a lot of pot drop aerials from other characters on the stage, but timing the multi-hit move and winning neutral with it, and yeah, every little tick of damage, it could be a problem going into the last stock of this game.
Gets the back hit in air there. Does not lead into the offstage sequence that he was hoping for. What you got here?
SoulRiffle doing a good job. Likes to hug the side of the stage. You'll see it a lot. SoulRiffle feels really comfortable doing empty lands either on the edges of stages or side platforms. And an unfortunate SD giving Guard new lease on life in this game because we saw last game, one opening and one missed wave land is all it took for Guard to take a stock.
And I was going to point out the fact that he initially used those iframes to mark, was broken there by the down special, but then SoulRiffle answers the bell because, man, let me tell you, Guard with a full head of steam, which we saw him kind of put the brakes on SoulRiffle there in the middle of game 2 and kind of reassert himself. But Guard with a full head of steam going into that last stock was pretty spooky.
Yeah,
I was waiting for it.
And you see SoulRiffle no pop-off after that game either. Instead, calm, cool, and collected, looking like
trying to center himself
for like a little bit of meditating, a little bit of centering, and knowing this is a battle.
And this is but of one, you know. You have many battles ahead of this, too. You think about, like, win the battle, lose the war, right? You don't want to use all of your energy for one set. You know, you played all day yesterday. You played one set today that didn't go how you wanted. You know, this is your chance to redefine your narrative in losers. Going to Jules. This is where I feel like we see most of Guard's combos. When we see them online, are on Jules Veil in some form. Yeah,
Jules Veil is definitely a favorite of Guard, and oh boy, how to use everything and come back, but does get back without any punishment at 0% still.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, like, even though that was off stage and kind of scary, that's the mark of someone who's really confident and like willing to take those risks. Because like, yeah, one miscue doesn't matter. Back on stage, we're good to go.
Oh, man, this is such good patient play from Guard right now, though. Like, the way he's been able to bait out multiple parries from SoulRiffle so far has been just phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, once again, the no fun zone coming out on a Lily, but yeah, Guard.
The only NFZL support.
Up tilt into up air, or into up special. Does work on certain DIs and is reactable. SoulRiffle finding a nice little stock there at a reasonable percent and takes the lead in this game 3.
Tough break there. The down smash did not quite cover that second place.
Yeah, SoulRiffle playing a little bit slower in neutral, but still has the breakneck speed once he gets these hits on Guard.
Right. Ooh.
All right. That was a really, really good way to land back on stage. I love that mix-up.
Phenomenal DI.
Doing an up special with no reason to do an up special and lands because of it. Because, like, why would he do that there, right? Just so smart. And Guard does finally find the stock and bring it even, but percents definitely are not there.
And even some of those sequences, right? Like we saw that the dash attack from Guard doesn't get the sweet spot and gets punished for it and continues the sequence. However, all right, SoulRiffle gets back here. Guard's been kind of playing this like I'm going to double jump on you game, and SoulRiffle instead of just trying to wait to like, figure out the parries, has instead just opted to get out of the way.
A little bit of an assisted SD there. It looked like Guard was maybe trying to get a tech on the Lily, and SoulRiffle put it at the right spot where you can't actually tech it. That's a really devious spot in the matchup, and Guard just doesn't wall jump afterwards, which gives one away to SoulRiffle. But I'm going to attribute that to just like precision Lily placement.
Ooh. Going out there. SoulRiffle, or excuse me, Guard's got to find something here, man. This is not good.
Yeah, SoulRiffle has really slowed down neutral, has really focused on the whiff punishes, doesn't really care if Guard gets the down special zone. He's going to keep putting down those lilies. And yeah, we mentioned it before. That is a really hard move to DI when you're on a platform. Really hard move to DI.
There's that dash attack again.
Oh, the ledge boost into the fair is going to kill. That was a beautiful tether into Nair, ledge boost, fair, spike. That was every resource used to get that kill.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm digging the picnic table romper behind SoulRiffle right now.
Is that what that's called? It's a romper?
It's a romper.
That's what a romper is.
Yes.
I didn't know what a romper was.
It's a one piece. It's a male one piece.
Okay.
Educating in and out of the game, folks. That is why I'm here. But
no air dodge. No air dodge. This is huge. Okay. SoulRiffle does get several techs. Doesn't get the... there's a little cheeky thing you can do as most characters against Clarion, which is tech her up special against the wall and throw out a move in the middle of it. It's a little bit harder to do with Maple. You have to time it very well between the first and second swings to get the fair, but it is something that you can do, and it looks like SoulRiffle was going for it, just unable to find it there. But yeah, this has been a game that has started off on the wrong foot for Guard, but that recovery with the ledge cancel on up special 2, just going backwards, actually does land him in a very favorable position, and now Guard is back in it.
That reverse nair was so sexy, and I'm so sad it didn't lead to anything. And instead is going to be the reversal here for SoulRiffle. Guard's going to have to come all the way back.
Oh, no.
The mix.
That was a weird punish. That was a dead Guard, but SoulRiffle's going to find it anyway. No percent taken, no percent lost as a result. But yeah, it's one thing, like, even if SoulRiffle doesn't kill with these fair spikes, we mentioned it in a matchup before, but basically every time Clarion goes deep off stage, she has to use at least one resource to get back to the wall. And SoulRiffle's been doing a great job of draining those resources and then repeating. And now, right now, nothing left. No air dodge, no jump, and SoulRiffle goes for a parry, doesn't land it, but gets a wrap and continues.
And might as well just put more damage on here. You're sitting at 0% to Guard's 101. And look at that, just zips out of there. That was so threatening in the first game where Guard was do that double jump right above him.
Yeah, the best way to deal with a Claren jumping above you is just move away.
Get out.
Don't panic parry. Don't try to throw out a move because the hitboxes can be delayed a little bit. Just move away. She can't do much if she's landing on top of nothing.
Oh, beautiful up tilt. No.
Misses the confirm. SoulRiffle DI'd pretty hard in there, which normally you're like, oh, DI-in's terrible, but DI-in can be a very potent strategy, especially against a character like Claren where, she has to commit to Dakuses and sliding up strongs. And all of a sudden, you're not even, like, if you DI directly above her head, any slide is going to make you miss.
Yep.
And SoulRiffle's defensive play turned into a stock of his own, and now we are on match point here.
That landing there again into the up strong, 35-0. Guard's looking pretty good though, Steven.
Yeah, Guard is looking pretty good,
Never
but
mind.
now has 0 resources left and gets bit by Lily. There's no jump, no air dodge on deck, and now SoulRiffle going for the double nair. Had Guard DI'd that in, there was a fair coming. The double jump was still on deck. The fair was coming. He had to DI slightly out and hope that he didn't die in the side blast zone. And even then, it was probably a guaranteed death.
No accidental SDs this time. Guard will unfortunately be knocked out, tied for 5th with Maddie, Tampa, and Tampa taking 5th place.
Yeah, Florida is now out of the tournament.
But we're right here the entire time. This Florida continues on with me.
It does. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Oh my goodness. So now we have 4 players left.
We have winners. We have winners top 8 in top 4.
That is correct. We have CakeAssult and Penguin, SoulRiffle, Zeeby, the top 4 seeds of this tournament.
As seeded, right?
As seeded.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, Penguin the 2 seed, CakeAssult obviously the 1 seed, SoulRiffle the 3 seed, and Zeeby the 4 seed. That's just, and it attributes to their just like top level play. It's easy to seed them because they don't lose when they should. We're going to move over to the classic CakeAssult versus Penguin. We saw it twice in Genesis. We saw it once at Heatwave, and we saw it twice or 3 times at Riptide.
Mm-hmm.
This is that's a classic for the ages.
What do you think the set counts out now? Like, I mean, not the head-to-head, but just the number of sets.
Like all time?
All time. It's got to be
RCS only, or
I'll give you RCS. I'll give you RCS.
I'm going to have to say it's probably 15 to 20.
15 to 20 total sets?
That's what I would think if it's RCS only. Mm-hmm. Because I know that they've both been around for quite a while.
Right.
Playing 2 to 3 times per tournament.
Right.
And, giving that several years. I want to say 15 to 20. Someone shoot me a DM on Discord or Twitter because I'm not checking Twitch chat right now.
No.
But that is an interesting stat. RCS only, how many times have these two played?
Because when you think about it in the grand scheme of fighting games, right, obviously Rivals is not on the scale of the larger tournaments, but, like, is there a 1-2 matchup? I mean, you think about it historically, right, with Daigo and Jaewon, right, and their place in history with the Evo moment. You think about M2K and Armada, HBox and Mango in Melee. You think about Tweak versus Leo in Smash 4 and now in Ultimate. Spargo and Leo now as well. These characters and these players that are intertwined in history. And I don't know if there's something more Helix-oriented than CakeAssult and Penguin. The two of them have shaped each other. They have shaped the meta. They've shaped doubles. It's hard-pressed to think of a pair of players that has more influence over the course of time in their respective games than Penguin and Cake.
Yeah, I am inclined to agree with you. You put it best when you said it's just they are this game.
Yep.
There was a period of Ralph, there was a period of Fullstream, and then there was the rise of CakeAssult, which was at the same time the rise of Penguin.
It coincided.
And they have reigned for longer than anyone in this game.
Which is, I would argue, is almost even unfortunate because we don't really have the opportunity to have Penguin shine in the manner you would expect. Because you look at the two of them, and if one of them's not there, then the other one dominates.
Right.
And it's very rare sequences when that doesn't hold true.
Right. You as a player, if you're Penguin or Cake, you want the other one there for your victory.
Right, because it's hollow otherwise.
Yeah. I mean, Zeeby has obviously been able to take some sets off of CakeAssult, even winning Skyline over him.
Yep. And a couple online sets and offline sets versus Penguin finally as well.
Right. but it's just not the same without your best friend and biggest rival on the stage.
And let me tell you, I don't know if there's a better pair of personalities in the game. Sitting down with them on camera and off camera at Riptide, you saw the friendship between the two of them, the like-mindedness the two of them have as well when it comes in regards to specific topics was just phenomenal, just like really getting a chance to pick the two of their brains. But we're going to get into game one and be able to dissect this gameplay on Swampy Estuary. How you feeling about this, Steven?
Swampy Estuary is a great starter stage. It's not quite as good as Merchant Port, but it is still a great stage. So that's the thing that they say like about Arizonans is like, oh yeah, they love Merchant Port, so if you pick Swampy, they hate it. It's like, well, I love the layout of the stage.
Right.
And honestly, it's a beautiful stage, too. And if you noticed on the player cards for Top 50, this was actually CakeAssult's favorite stage. Well,
and when you think about it, too, as part of the Rivals dev team now, I mean, it's really like a parent, right? If you have identical twins, you're going to like one more than the other.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I personally love the music on Merchant Port more than anything, but the aesthetics in Swampy Estuary are just great. But yeah, so we're here with a little bit of a lead here, some clouds coming out. Penguin just, methodically chipping away at damage, and, that chip's not going to be enough when CakeAsult has several backers to give you.
Chips turn into chunks.
Yeah.
And how many times have we seen that too? Cake with a little bit of a deficit, and then 2 or 3 backers later just.
That was a surprising death. It didn't look like that was going to kill.
Big backer here. Tries to read the cloud pop, and that's something that I think Penguin does better than anyone. And credit to GPick for really going into the deep details of this with me during one of our preps for top 8 blocks. Is the fact that Penguin kind of uses that offstage space to let Cloud guide him back into the neutral on stage or just back on the stage in general. And CakeAsult, better than anybody, just goes out there and says, I'm not giving you this space. I have this back air, I have this down air. I'm going to take control over what is my advantage stage.
Yeah, this is, it's just so beautiful watching these two play.
Yeah.
Like, I find myself very often at a loss for words while watching them just in neutral and just kind of dashing around each other like this.
It feels like you're interrupting a
piece of art, right?
I was going to say a painter or a sculptor.
Yeah, it's like, shut up, we're working.
Great DI in the back air.
Oh, the up strong and the down strong, not true. But yeah, if you are not expecting the down strong, it is actually really hard to get out of that setup from Forsburn there. And now CakeAsult with Combust on deck does a 64% combo and still has that death mark ready to go. Oh, this is going to be it. Oh, yeah, goes for the landing up air into Combust, but Penguin with a really good DI, so the Combust does not come out. But that's a sign right there. Cake wants it. Cake's like, yeah. If you mess up once, this is popping. And wow.
That might be it anyways.
Cake blows the Combust, expecting, all right, not even expecting, but covering a recovery option that would have been really deadly for Penguin to get back almost for free if that Combust didn't exist. Like if
what? Oh, okay, he's just joking.
Okay, yeah,
it was double fours for a second.
It still is double fours.
It is still double fours. He's giggling. He's laughing. Is this the thing?
It might be a thing, but as I was saying, the Combust on deck adds a big circle of a hitbox. And that Absa trying to recover through it is going to have trouble.
We are doing double fours. Steven, how much of a meme is this?
I don't think it's a meme at all.
Are we sure?
Penguin doesn't mess around.
He was giggling. You don't see
he is giggling.
You don't see Penguin giggle in the player game often.
So, yeah, he is giggling. But when it comes to trying to be #1 in the world, Penguin doesn't mess around. This is a real choice. This is a real character. They play reverse mains and doubles all the time because they're that good.
That's true.
So the Forsburn does exist. And if I'm seeing the Forsburn right now, I don't think it's a meme. I think it's I don't think my Absa is going to do it against you right now. So I'm going to try out a different character. And CakeAsult probably said something to make Penguin laugh because they're friends.
I'm wondering, do you think maybe we see the palm at some point then?
I remember Penguin saying something about playing Olympia too. So I would not be surprised to see a few other characters get tried out here in bracket. But as you can see, this Forsburn isn't just going in and throwing out the moves willy-nilly. Penguin knows how to play this character. Penguin knows how to play every character in the game.
I'm aware. Many of my rank streaks in a row have gotten clipped by Penguin's Rano or Penguin's Palm or Penguin's whatever.
Yeah.
Anytime it links in, I'm just like, God dang it. I had like 3 in a row, man. Come on. Just throw it. You don't need these points.
You lose a lot of points in ranked if you lose to a low level.
Oh, okay.
No offense, buddy. And yeah, so that
I'll
first
have
stock
you know
coming,
I'm master. Thank you very much. I know it means absolutely nothing.
first stock coming out from Penguin over CakeAssult there, and Cake answers right back with a 2-stock-to-1 lead. Looking pretty comfortable in the Ditto here.
Yeah.
The Ditto can be actually really interesting because if you have smoke out, there's no way to get rid of it unless your opponent attacks it. So you basically give your opponent free defensive options and recovery tools if you don't remove your smoke by inhaling it. So a lot of times what you want to do is inhale your smoke immediately and let the other opponent put out smoke of your own.
Right.
And see, like right there, even though he did kill Penguin, as soon as the smoke was out and a hit was done, if Penguin's DI'd to survive,
immediately
he was taking away the smoke,
Yep.
getting the combust, and there was no more smoke on the stage. But CakeAssult was quick to make sure that the blue smoke did not get taken away by his moves. Penguin's Ori has something that we have seen come out in the past. Elevate Grands, or Elevate Tournament was all Ori until Grands. And Ori is something we've seen tried at Hyrule Saga. We also saw Arano come out of Hyrule Saga all those years ago. And we're seeing something of Penguin trying to figure out how to crack CakeAssult, because if you remember Genesis 8, those sets were not close.
Oh, man.
And
No, they were not.
right off the bat, Penguin dying only 30% on CakeAssult.
And so I want to double back to when I was asked about it just as a meme pick. I actually want, after thinking about it a little bit more too, Penguin has a level of confidence to me, right? Where he's fine saying, listen, you can have this set. I'll see you in Grands. I have fully expect myself to be back. Let me try a couple things. And then by the time I get my second set, maybe I'll have an answer.
Yeah, this is data collection.
Exactly.
Obviously, you're trying to win it. But, like, Penguin's pretty confident against every single person in his bracket, especially after we saw what he did to SoulRiffle.
Yep. Yeah,
So-
that was, oof.
Yeah, this Ori choice,
Because this is going to say a 3-0 on paper, but it's not a 3-0 in the sense of CakeAssult just absolutely ran over Penguin. Penguin is just collecting data.
So no, I still disagree with that idea because, like I said, at Genesis, it was a run over 6-0.
True.
And it was something that, like, I'm not surprised with the character choice because of how brutal Genesis was. So
Fair.
this is still a 3-0 on paper and in actuality if it happens. All right, no more smoke teleports anymore on deck. You only get 2 of them before the third one puts you into free fall. And so Penguin recognizing that and covering on stage and getting a kill as a result.
It's kind of incredible to look back on Game 1, and it didn't feel like it was really that out of reach with the Abza, but I don't know.
One thing I'm noticing, like, from this Ori, and we saw the start of the sign charge right there, but we really aren't seeing a lot of sign charge use. Like, you see the top Ori, Kusi, basically is always charging sign.
Yeah, of course.
Always.
It's just you have that thing loaded in your back pocket.
Okay. No punish there, but CakeAssult just 1 stock away from punching his way into Grands. But the lack of punish there may be giving Penguin a little bit of life. Nah.
No.
He's dead. He's dead. Cake, very comfortable in this winner side of Grands.
Yeah.
Very comfortable. I don't think there is a single player out here who can beat him the way they've been playing today.
No. And to circle back around to what we're talking about going into this, right? The 2 of them have pushed each other for so long. And, one of the things we talked about on the Riptide interview was, what do you think? Is there a player that's out there? Is there somebody that can make that next jump? And they really had to stop and think about it for a while. They really had to consider, who might be able to make that next step up. And I think at the time the answer was Kodako, excuse me. And then there was somebody else that I'm blanking on now, but it's something where it's so unique to be able to talk about greatness as it happens.
Right.
But then to have your duo, your partner in crime, take another step up and separate themselves from you at that point. I'm really curious as to what that does to Penguin throughout this season. I'm really curious to what it does to Penguin throughout this bracket, because if Cake played like he did in Game 1 and Cake played like he did at Genesis, I see him going 7 for 7 if he attends.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a player on this earth right now, much less this building, that can keep up with Penguin or CakeAssult at this level.
The only person that I think can actually keep up with CakeAssult at this level is a extremely confident SoulRiffle.
Really? Because I was going to say Kusi.
Kusi, maybe. Kusi also is very good, obviously. Doesn't get to travel as much.
No, and that's
so
the difficult
we'd
thing.
like to see it more often. But an extremely confident SoulRiffle, in my opinion, is the answer to CakeAssult. But SoulRiffle being such an emotional player, being such a momentum-based player, it's going to be, a dime a dozen, basically.
Sure. And to clarify, by the way, because I feel like we have negged on SoulRiffle being a emotional-based player for a few sets now, still incredibly young, has not had a chance to turn that into a mastery, right?
Yeah, so being an emotional player doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Being an emotional player means that when you have momentum, you feel unstoppable, and it shows in your play.
You feel invincible.
But when you start getting hit, it could actually negatively affect your gameplay.
Right.
And that's something that we saw in the Penguin set.
It did,
And then we saw SoulRiffle get confident against guard, and we saw the difference, right? And so that's what we're talking about when we say emotional player. But you know what's more emotional? Gamers on the Edge.
Gamers on the Edge.
If you want to donate to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, you can go to gamersontheedge.com right now and donate. Everything that they do,
100%.
Yeah.
100% to charity.
Every dime of profit to this tournament to charity. I competed in doubles, and somehow I got second. I gave my money, on no sleep at all. Like, I don't know how it happened. It didn't make any sense. I forgot the score of our match in losers finals. Like mid-losers finals. But I donated my winnings to charity. I told Gamers on the Edge, take it. It's yours.
Yep, don't pay me. I don't need it.
I also lost a bet to Renzo, and loser donated $5. I actually ended up giving $10, but loser donated to GoTE. You should do it too. That's my point.
Yeah, guys, instead of starting a hype train or anything like that, let's start a donation train.
Yeah,
because
please.
I mean, the hype train's going to go to GoTE regardless, and GoTE's going to give it to charity. So, get a sub train going, get people in here that may be waiting for Ultimate or anything like that. Put it out on Twitter. This is one of the coolest events. Has been a huge part of Rivals for a long time. We talked about it earlier about how GoTE and Tampa in general has been around for what feels like an eternity at this point. One of the longest standing LAN local scenes.
And look at that right there. That's the Gamers on the Edge Maple.
Yeah. And that's what I was just about to get to, is that GoTE got a Buddy when Buddies first got released. That was in 2019.
Before 2018?
2018, 2019?
I think it was 18, because then we got the skin for Eliana.
That's right. So 2018, you got the Buddy. In 2019, you got the Eliana skin. And then now in 2022, we have the Maple skin. And this just shows how intertwined GoTE is with Rivals. You have two characters. You have an additional Buddy. You have in-game DLC skin that no one else has. GoTE's important.
And not only that, but it's really important to mention that the profits from those skins also go to the charity.
Everything.
So if you want to get something back while also, donating to charity and feeling good about yourself, because, it's just a great thing to do.
Right.
Go to the Rivals start.gg/RCS/shop and pick up the GoTE Maple skin that's available right now. And if you want to wait till Monday when the shop converts over, all of that money is going to go to GoTE as well. Yep. We're going to have the Gamers on the Edge, Eliana on their site, and I believe it's Gamers on the Edge, Aldor Buddy is on their site as well.
I was blanking on the name of the Buddy.
Yeah, but it's a great cause. GamersOnTheEdge.com. Go down there and donate. If you're loving this tournament and you're loving this stream, what you can do instead of giving a sub on Twitch is maybe you could do that too. I don't know. It'll go to GoTE.
But part of that sub goes to Bezos. So just go donate directly.
Yeah.
Donate directly.
Exactly. Donate directly, and just have a good time, help us help sick kids, and watch some rivals.
What a better way to spend your Sunday.
All right,
That's
we're going
why I'm
into it. We've got
That's
losers
sick.
semis.
That's
and,
sick.
Yeah, we've got the gamers on the edge, Lily on the platform there. And
Oh, the animation. This is my first time seeing it.
yeah, the Lily is just fantastic. It's got a little hoard of coins underneath it. The coins stay there during the taunt, so you know where the Lily still is.
Right.
And then, you know, throwing some coins and feeding the dragon. All right. Talking about the game, though, we've seen a really back-and-forth blow-for-blow punch, and ZeeBee goes for the same thing that he landed against CakeAssult in that game 1. Doesn't get it on SoulRiffle, though. The jump-off down special.
Does get the step-back forward smash, though.
Yeah, that'll do it.
He says, I don't care about the buttons you're pushing. I'm going to hit you as hard as I can.
All right, hits the pillar with the side special, and ZeeBee is completely ready for it.
Dude, how many times have we seen this?
Yeah.
ZeeBee looks so good in these situations.
Yeah, I was going to say, ZeeBee just looks untouchable on pillar. Like, we talk about how good like other Krag's recoveries are, but the pillar play from ZeeBee is like robotic almost. It's every time. He is the task bot you hear about, like, oh yeah, but like they could just do Tech Wave Land or whatever. And it's like, well, no one's ever going to do that every time except for ZeeBee.
So what's the answer here for SoulRiffle? 183? 191?
Yeah, ZeeBee looking very, very strong right now. And I love dying out towards the blast zone when you know you're dead. Just right to the edge.
With.
Yeah. And get back up there, use your invuln, and put some pressure on this Maple. Oh, ZeeBee gonna catch the plat drop nair and kill off the top with up air. And wow, a full stock lead against SoulRiffle. You know, I have heard. Oh,
you're dead, right?
No, he is.
Dead.
Yeah, he's just dead.
That was low.
That was the DI straight down.
Yeah. Even with the wall cling, the wall jump, and all resources, yeah, you're not getting that high.
Yeah, ZeeBee giving a little shrug, just like, I don't know, man.
I love ZeeBee. ZeeBee's such a character.
Yeah, so ZeeBee the 4 seed, SoulRiffle the 3 seed, doing a good job of just, you know, coming out quickly.
Yep.
And kind of deflating any sort of just like confidence that SoulRiffle may have going into this game. And we're going to SoulRiffle's favorite stage, which is Travel Pond. I've heard a lot of Krags don't like this stage, but I've never seen a Krag really ban it. So it's really interesting because they're like, oh yeah, we hate the stage. Don't take us here. Ha 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 ha.
Please don't.
Please don't throw me in the briar patch. That's an old.
I get it.
That's an old one.
Rare rabbit.
You're a boomer.
I'm very much so a boomer.
What are you, like 40? I'm sorry. Oh,
Steven, you're very lucky we're on a charity stream.
I know.
For a Children's Cancer Society group. You are.
I pick my battles very well, friend. We'll see you at the bar afterwards. Oh my goodness.
Indeed.
That second stock just melted away. SoulRiffle with a quick early lead, and then ZeeBee just answering right back almost instantaneously. And now getting the jab and tilt boost off that down tilt. Even up the percents right away, and we're back to a back and forth blow for blow.
ZeeBee here, yep, and that's it, man.
Wow,
just as simple as answer as that. Just this 1-2. Was it 1 nair, 2 nair?
That was I think nair 1. I don't know. It happens so fast. You blink and you miss it. It's so crazy. Like Krag being a heavy, slow, in quotes, character. Has just such a burst potential on his kill moves. You mess up once and you're dead.
I like to think of fighting game characters as the proverbial mechas, right? And it's all based on how the person pilots it. And if there's ever a person to get behind a quote-unquote slow character like Krag and pilot them to their best ability, it is ZeeBee. Yeah,
absolutely. And wow, losing a stock and then instantly putting SoulRiffle off stage and almost getting the stock off of it. The roles reverse a little bit here, and oh no! Wow. What patience and what a mix-up from ZeeBee, but SoulRiffle just using his knowledge, it was ready for it. That's a player that's played ZeeBee before.
Yeah.
Because that was wild.
Yeah, that's one of those things where like the easy answer is just to break pillar and then challenge the recovery. But Zeeby instead makes it $1 million question that he eventually gets the answer to, thankfully. But it looked like for a second that SoulRiffle was going to make him pay for that.
Yeah, the easy answer is you pull pillar. Yep. The advanced answer is you do that back air and you get the DI in and you do a down special. The super advanced answer is, well, that down special will let them tech on pillar, so I got to do a second back air and let them DI in, right?
It's the meme where the brain gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
And then the super epic mega answer is whatever the hell ZeeBee just did.
The one that almost didn't work.
Yeah, it was like extra levels of counterplay, and SoulRiffle was just ready for it and almost took that game as a result. But ZeeBee finding the up air, and we're going right back to the stage. And wow, that nair into up strong at 43%, oddly close to killing.
Steven, I want you to think about it. Is the Oki in fact like ogres and much like onions, layered?
It is very much layered. Oh my goodness,
Yep.
that was because of the extension on the rock.
Correct.
That up tilt would have missed had the rock not slowed down the move. And as a result, finds the first stock of Game 3, and ZeeBee looking to potentially 3-0 our SoulRiffle, our Maple hero.
Right. SoulRiffle being a Georgia player, one of the last Southeast representatives here as well. Unless I'm completely thinking of the wrong person, which I might be.
SoulRiffle's from Georgia, yes.
Okay.
You are correct.
Just wanted to make sure.
And up tilt into up special, gonna do it. That uppercut killing, a very strong kill move. Was something that
dead?
Oh no!
Ooh, I thought he was gonna get another nair there. Whew.
ZeeBee looking very comfortable, even DIing above SoulRiffle's head right now. Basically saying, yeah, I'm really heavy. You're gonna have to hit me when it counts the most. And SoulRiffle just
nice counter hit.
Yeah, just getting reversed on a little bit too much here off stage. ZeeBee, though, with no resources and possibly get saved there, actually.
I thought so, too, right?
Saved
like
and then killed.
He brought him back up, and then ZeeBee unfortunately missed the platform landing.
Oh, excellent little call out there. Knowing ZeeBee was going for the down special, SoulRiffle loops from underneath and behind with that jumping up air. And,
Whoa.
ZeeBee has no resources now.
Got him.
Yeah, this is it. Rinse and repeat. It's over. SoulRiffle on the board.
Chippy pushing buttons.
And he's having a good time.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
Now, do we go back to the beginning of the sets where we saw Game 5, Game 5, Game 5?
What are we seeing on? What are we seeing here? The crowd's going off about something. What are we seeing? There it is.
There it is. It's time.
I expected this in Game 5, maybe.
Of course, the first one to succumb to the darkness would be Zeeby.
Yeah, we did see the Malo in pool play and in top 16.
Yep. How'd it look?
It looked okay.
Okay.
G's forced ZeeBee to switch off of it in
Let's
pools.
go, G's. Shout out Jets.
And then G's almost won Game 3 in pools to knock ZeeBee into losers, but
G's is really good.
Yeah, ZeeBee survived, and the Malo looked okay.
Oh, and the crowd firmly behind the Southeast representative here. The Let's Go Chippy chants come out.
Yeah, Shippy, obviously, SoulRiffle's last name, actually.
Gotcha. So it's Shippy with an S.
Yeah, ship, like ship.
I heard Chippy as in like chipper.
Oh, no. It's Shippy. And then, definitely a bit of a crowd favorite here because, like you said, Georgia did come out in droves. And they've got a lot of players in the crowd, and they want their boy to do extremely well.
This just feels like a ZeeBee character.
This is Chaos Incarnate, and
yep. Exactamente.
And doubles ZeeBee and LP did double Malo against us after we won Game 1.
Ew.
And I can tell you, it's definitely ZeeBee's rite of passage to play this character.
I'm excited. This is my first time seeing like really top level outside of like Cuban with Palm and like a couple of.
Oh my goodness! All these finishers they're just finding the spot they need to find. Up air, not gonna kill.
Fire capital, baby.
Yep. Fire Capital plus a little bit of a nerf to up air, making that not a kill move at 70%, thankfully.
And then Zeeby committing ritualistic suicide there, landing upon his own bomb finisher.
Yeah, I mean, with the amount of finishers he's been throwing out, it's not surprising. It's going to happen eventually. But SoulRiffle has been falling for a lot of these kind of wacky little setups out of the gates. Eventually, though...
Ooh, sorry, guys. That was a peek. My bad.
Eventually, though, you are going to kind of catch on to the gameplay style. And see dealing no knockback won't push those bombs anywhere. That's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, I was wondering how much of this game is just going to be a knowledge check for SoulRiffle, and looks like he's got the answers to the quiz. Yeah,
ZeeBee definitely kind of blowing himself up here metaphorically and literally, because it started out as this could be really difficult for SoulRiffle, but the adaptation was almost instantaneous, and this does not look like the Krag that we've been seeing earlier this set.
Now, I think the question here is, as this game 4 proceeds, what happens in game 5?
I think we go back to Krag.
What in the hell are we watching? Oh, because he was in Perryston because of bombs. Right.
We were seeing a bit of a gimmick.
Yep.
And the gimmick didn't work.
The gimmick got.
Yeah, that was the knowledge check you're talking about. And, yeah, we're going back to the Krag. Yeah, that was a
game.
It was an interesting try. I'm glad ZeeBee's laughing about it, but also it puts him on match point now. Game 5. Pretty crazy considering how well that game that he even lost was going as with Krag. Switching to Malo there, maybe just kind of resetting SoulRiffle's brain, maybe thinking that if I give him another character, he'll forget about my Nair 2 up strong or something.
Right.
But yeah, I'll never know what goes on in his brain.
I don't
we're
know
back to
if
the Krag
I
now.
want to. I don't.
A scary place in there.
When you stare into the abyss for long enough, eventually the abyss stares back.
Yeah. But we are on Ethereal Gates, which is a fantastic stage for Krag in this matchup. He's going to have a lot of trouble dying. SoulRiffle can do whatever he wants to him, but getting a Galaxy is going to be difficult. He's going to have to go for these gimps. He's going to have to get ZeeBee on pillar and actually deal damage to those pillars, which ZeeBee has looked like robotic.
And that right there, a perfect example, a double tech there as he comes back up to control that space despite being in disadvantage. There it is again.
Oh, boy. And instead of going for the parry on Lily, decides to break pillar with down special and go for the up strong kill. That was a genius play by ZeeBee. Because most other players go for destroying Lily, right?
Right.
And SoulRiffle kind of goes for like the easy landing and doesn't find it. We are now even with 2 stocks apiece. And yeah, this is what I like to see. This is definitely a bit more of a game than a knowledge check at this point.
Right. And it's funny watching this game of chicken to see who commits to an option first, and it's been SoulRiffle for the most part. SoulRiffle's a little more aggressive. ZeeBee kind of stepping back with the rock we saw in the last second there.
Right. But ZeeBee does commit to these down specials quite a bit, and it does land a parry for SoulRiffle. Oh, the fair swipes the pillar, not the Krag, and ZeeBee now in trouble deep off stage, having to do some janky recovery and doesn't get the jump cancel off of his rock. SD's there and giving SoulRiffle a chance to finish up this game 5.
Frames away from being able to punish that dash attack with the rock throw down, and instead SoulRiffle is back in advantage state.
Yeah, the tiniest of wave dashes there to avoid ZeeBee's aggression and continue earning extra credit in this final stock.
I thought that rock was going to come into play for a second, and we were just confirmed that ZeeBee is actually a mad scientist. The patience from SoulRiffle. I don't know if ZeeBee's got this in him, Steven.
Yeah, it's really rough looking. Every percent that SoulRiffle gets is difficult, right? But we have seen ZeeBee live to over 200% too.
He's gonna have to.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh Credit to the cameraman. Credit to the cameraman.
Shout outs to the camera guy. Cork knows what's up. That's a deep cut. If you don't know about that one, I'll tell you later.
We'll catch that another time. And now the run back.
The run back of Penguin versus SoulRiffle. SoulRiffle was looking really shaky, really nervous, but now coming off the momentum of several loser sets in a row.
Right.
You got to feel that, like, he's playing the game he wants to play. It's no longer the first set of the day against Penguin. It's Penguin after a run. And
you're sprinting at this point.
Yeah, you're hitting the ground running. Penguin's coming off of a loss where he tried out several different characters against CakeAssult, and SoulRiffle's in a spot where the momentum is high.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's good that you point that out too, because like that was as shaky as Penguin can look, right? Like Penguin's not going to be shook by anything at this point. We've firmly established that the mental game there for Penguin is impossible to shake. But we did see Penguin go, what the hell am I supposed to do?
Right.
And it's rare to see that. It's rare to see the mask come down a little bit and see someone, a player on Penguin's level go, what the hell am I supposed to do? And so now Penguin is still sitting there going, okay, well, I think I can beat ZeeBee, and I think I can beat SoulRiffle, and if it's Penguin, he's really going, I know I can beat ZeeBee, and I know I will. What the hell do I do when I get back? So you got to wonder, it's like sports teams going into like that big matchup ahead of time, right?
Are you so focused on your next match that you're not ready for the current?
Are you overlooking what's in front of you? Exactly. Thank you. And, I don't imagine that Penguin's capable of that kind of mental mistake. But I also didn't imagine that CakeAssult was going to be able to separate himself the way he has in the last two tournaments.
Yeah.
So...
It's an evolving game, an evolving meta, and evolving people.
It is. It is. And it lends to how incredible Rivals is to these players, how incredible it is to this scene, and it is to me personally. Like, seeing this game has been out since 2015. 7 years in, 2 years away from the next one, and you would be right to assume in some cases that the game has been solved. Right?
Right.
And in any other game, I would argue that might be the case. We saw Smash 4 get figured out pretty quickly. We saw Brawl get figured out pretty quickly. Melee is still constantly evolving.
Yeah, there's still new tech coming out for Melee.
It's beautiful to see. But in a game like Rivals with a smaller base and a smaller development team, it would be okay to assume from outside looking in, okay, look, this is CakeAssult, this is Penguin, 1-2 for the last 3 years. This is who it's been, with a couple of different faces changing out at 3. But if you actually look at this game and how it is changing, even on a tournament-to-tournament basis, key example being SoulRiffle from Rivals to, or from Riptide to Genesis, it's incredible to, we don't know where certain characters are on tier list. We don't know how certain matchups play out.
We still have players pop off with a character that hasn't been doing well.
Yeah.
And then the Twitter and Reddit army turn into, this character is broken.
I told you this character was good.
Right, and then you have people that haven't been doing well with the character for a while saying characters aren't doing great, but the second they appear to do well, it just skyrockets the public opinion, because the public opinion is that fragile. Yep. When it comes to, where characters land on the tier list, where characters land in the meta even.
And that's a credit to the balance.
Yeah, and it's like some people will say a character's bad, and then they get proven wrong constantly in this game.
I mean, and think about it too. It's not just Twitter randos either, right?
No, it's everyone.
It's top players.
It's literally everyone.
You saw how Shovel Knight was looked at, how Ellie was looked at, how Forsburn is still looked at.
Yeah, Forsburn is looked at in a negative light, and it just blows my mind. It's like, how?
Well, and more importantly, how the hell do other Forsburn players with years of watching CakeAssult not go, hey, I should do what that guy does?
Yeah. You got like years of VODs and you don't study them.
Oh, and the crowd, loud and proud right now.
Yeah, they're very, very, very favoring SoulRiffle right now.
Ooh. 60-81 in this game 1 losers finals.
Yeah, we're in the feeling it out mode of this game right now. These two like, I feel like this is kind of how every single SoulRiffle set has started once he found its groove. Is like the first game is like trading blows. It's not like crazy combos. It's trading blows.
There's one.
And there is the first stock. And wow, Downstrong actually zapping a single time and the ASDI down, avoiding the follow-up. Penguin eventually finding the kill with the up air and only 9% on the second stock. SoulRiffle going out, trying to get the punish the double jump Cloud, and Penguin not letting that happen, and it has been an advantage state ever since as a result.
Unlucky break there on the Cloud pop from Penguin. No one wants to punish that landing on the platform there.
Tech in place on the platform, goes for the up tilt up air. Would have been a very cheeky conversion for a stock, but doesn't quite find it. Now we're back in the old reliable method of using Cloud.
On top of him, just suffocating Penguin right now is LP. Or is SoulRiffle. I saw LP up there.
No, you're good. And right there, the 4-1 actually losing out to, it doesn't lose out very often to Disjoint, but to Maple's forward strong. And SoulRiffle is sneaking in a stock there. Here comes the wrap. Here comes the damage. Oh, goes
Steven.
Whoa!
Steven.
SoulRiffle went for the once per tournament, which is the, or the once per set, which is the double down strong at low percent. Penguin fell for it at Genesis and died. Didn't happen this time, but it didn't matter because the follow-up was a double fair spike. Absolutely insane.
The double dip into the double dunk. You love to see it. And, of course, unfazed.
Yeah, stone cold killer. Penguin down 1-0, and after a dominant 3-0 in Winterside, this is a completely different player. We talked about it, how Penguin wouldn't want SoulRiffle to start feeling confident against them.
Whoa! Where are you DIing to, sir?
You DI in and you eat the follow-up. You DI just slightly out enough, you might survive, and you just didn't get that DI out.
And this is, Steven, this is where things are starting to get...
This is the momentum that Penguin needed to snuff out in Winterside.
Yeah.
And
needed to and did, and has yet to be able to unlight this candle.
Yeah, SoulRiffle has been playing better and better every single set, and that second stock is proof of it. SoulRiffle now going into a 3-stock-to-1 lead and getting the re-wrap, up special cancel, and goes for the double nair. Does not find the stock there. But yeah, Penguin, a little bit of a scramble even while trying to continue the edge guard here, dropping the inputs a little shaky here. And SoulRiffle looking as confident as ever.
This is, listen, you might have lost the initial money match, but if you win this set, I think you come out feeling good about this.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
okay.
All right. Gets a little bit of a homie DI there.
Whoa. Whoa.
What's going on?
Well, we saw the pause to end flash for a second. I'm wondering if there's something going on with the controller.
Yeah, it looked like it started just holding straight out.
And that's brutal. That's brutal for the momentum.
Yeah, because SoulRiffle sets his stuff on a program. Give me a second. I'll be back.
T.O. Steven on the case. Switching out controllers. Production, can you come back to me for a second? Or we're getting this figured out. You gotta wonder what's gonna happen now. It's something that we talk about the momentum-based play the entire tournament, the entire top 8. This is something that is completely halting both players, and you gotta wonder, is this going to affect SoulRiffle here? This is really tough because this was looking like a 3-stock for a second, and then suddenly this hard DI out left happens, and you're just like, okay, that's weird. And then I don't know if you reset percents. I mean, if I'm Penguin, I'm saying, yo, we're replaying this game. Forget that. And I think that's what's being discussed right now, but couldn't have come at a worse time for SoulRiffle, couldn't have come at a better time for Penguin to just have a second and to just think through what's happening here a little bit. and have a chance. I mean, SoulRiffle doesn't seem too offset by it in body language at least, but the play is yet to be seen. And they're switching controllers mid-tournament and mid-top 8 as well, mid-top 3 now. I don't know. It sucks. All right, T.O. Stevens back. What's the verdict?
All right, so if you pop it over to the commentator cam real quick.
Oh, we're up on it.
Oh, yeah, there we go. So basically what it is, it was an actual controller issue. I have seen that happen before in Rivals, but when you switch ports, it was fine.
Right.
Or you unplug it, you replug it, and it's fine.
Right.
But that was actually a controller issue. They tried several different ports, and it was still happening.
Running.
So SoulRiffle has gotten a new controller from the crowd.
Saw that.
Something weird happened. I don't know. Maybe his controller just like something popped inside of it. I don't know the internal works of GameCube controllers.
Could be.
But so now SoulRiffle has a new controller from one of their friends in the crowd. And what they're going to do is they're going to go back to that stage and
It just reset.
yeah, so what they're going to do is it's going to be when SoulRiffle initially lost that stock, it was kind of at a weird high percent dash attack off stage.
Yep.
And so, yeah, and so he lost that stock, and what we decided was we were going to do 2 stocks fresh percent, and then Penguin at 85 or 90%, whatever they agreed on. And so now they're going to go ahead and start it off and go into the continuation here. That was a very strange thing, and that hardware problem, yeah, SoulRiffle does clean it up. It looked like it was going to be a clean game as it was before the controller malfunction. And
you don't want to punish him.
I gotta give a lot of credit to Penguin for being so understanding in a situation like that, as opposed to trying to just be like, no, he lost. That's a controller problem. That's my win.
There's a couple of ways you could have went to, right? You could have went that. You could have went, no, let's just restart game 2 and wash the momentum regardless.
There's a lot of ways you could have done it, and Penguin suggested starting it with replay with the stocks as it was.
Yeah.
And so really
confirming that Penguin is a better person than I am.
Yeah, that was a really stand-up move by Penguin, saying, yeah, like let's play it like at where it was basically, and. A lot of other people could have potentially tried to claim, like, no, that's my game win, or something like that. And, yeah, once again, I just got to say that's a testament to Penguin's character. Going into Game 3 here, though, brand new controller for SoulRiffle, and it doesn't seem to be causing too much of a problem as we already have big percentage coming out.
That was so much juice on that strong. Air dodge, stuck in a bad situation. And now we're stuck in the same situation, just on a different side of the screen.
Yep, and the Lily covering the high recovery. SoulRiffle went for a little bit of a charge strong at the ledge, which is a little uncharacteristic there, but a dash attack tether fair, not going to do it because Penguin DI'd straight down into that platform.
So good.
So good. All right. Not going to kill quite yet. The hard DI in on dash attack. SoulRiffle overshooting. Could have got an up air, but because of the overshoot with the dash, wasn't able to follow up until a little bit later. Penguin's defensive play coming in really clutch there and getting SoulRiffle to 92%, slowing down a little bit of that momentum. But the start of the second stock doesn't look like it's slow.
Listen, the second burst, same as the first here. SoulRiffle playing on a different level right now, playing at a different speed than Penguin is, and with a level of confidence that was not there in set 1. I don't know, even with the controller reset, that was what I was talking about while you're over there fixing things. Does this impact the momentum? Does this ice, if you will, SoulRiffle?
It does not appear to have done so.
He is as hot can be right now.
Oh, okay. The down air and the just no DI straight up, and Penguin not ready to follow up on it. And so now Penguin going to get the forward tilt 1 into up air. The classic of classic confirms for APSA. And 2 stocks apiece. SoulRiffle now doing his best to punch his way into grand finals.
Yeah, and I mean, through Penguin no less. That's one of the things, right? We've seen it in countless online tournaments, RCS events, whatever.
That'll do it.
But you can get past Cake. You can beat Cake in winners. You can't beat Penguin. And now we're in loser's side, of course, and SoulRiffle's trying to reverse that.
And this looks dominant.
It does. And it looks absolutely dominant. And the crowd loud as ever. This isn't something that would normally affect Penguin, but it will impact SoulRiffle.
Yeah, and we saw a little bit of shakiness before the controller problems from Penguin, missing a few confirms and dropping a few edge guards. And now Penguin's doing his absolute best to slow down this game, throwing out some clouds, double jumping and hanging on the other side of the platform. But one neutral opening, and all of a sudden SoulRiffle is building this percent and going off stage, getting the edge guard. No air dodge on deck for Penguin, having to go to stage and getting the reversal. Are you kidding me?
Oh, and he still manages to kill off of that Penguin. You are a god amongst men. But
outstanding. And SDI is out of the up air. Does not matter. The follow-up comes into a fair off the bottom.
I'm alive.
You are alive. And SoulRiffle ecstatic, knocking Penguin out of bracket. A stark difference from winners semis. And you love to see it. The emotion, the power, the pop-off.
So
the excitement.
Here's my question, and really the question left for us in this tournament. We saw at Genesis in winner's side, SoulRiffle go on this run, led him into Cake, and beat up on CakeAssult in winner's side. Right, here we are, the loser's run in place. You lose game 1 to Guard, you finish off Guard. You lose game 1 to ZeeBee, you finish off ZeeBee. You 3-0, 30 in a handshake to Penguin.
Yep.
All the momentum in the world behind the SoulRiffle. Can it carry him past CakeAssult?
I absolutely do think we're going to see a barn burner of a set, and I'm willing to bet we're going to see a reset. I don't know if it's going to turn into... So, my prediction, and I'm going to stick by this. I think we're going to see a reset and then a CakeAssult victory.
All right.
We're going to see the momentum and then the adaptation. That's my guess. What do you got?
I'll put 5 to GoTE.
5 to GoTE.
That Cake wins set 1.
That's set 1. Okay.
Set 1. So you can have your reset, whatever the event is in set 2. But I think at the peak Cake we've seen so far, the operating system working at full effect, I don't think anyone gets past it.
So yeah. Okay. How about this? So 5 to GoTE. That you say that Cake wins set 1. So if SoulRiffle wins set 1, 5 to GoTE.
Yep.
If Cake wins set 2,
yep,
you do another 5 to GoTE.
Sure.
It's a multi-layer.
Sure. Yeah.
And then if Cake doesn't win set 2 and SoulRiffle just wins out, then we both put 5 because we were both wrong.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go.
No matter what, $10 going to Gamers on the Edge. And if you want to do a similar kind of idea, put something on the line, have a little bit of a side bet with your friend, you can do so and put all of that money towards the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society at gamersontheedge.com.
It sounds like
right
we actually
now.
have some donations to read.
Wow, we have a $30 donation from Thomas. Thank you so much. A $20 donation from Lucius. Thank you, Lucius.
Boy.
My favorite furry Rano. We have a
That's my boy G-Pick! I know it's
$200 donation from Nick.
And if it's not, shout out to whatever other Nick is out there.
Thank you so much. This is incredible.
Oh man, I'm just assuming, but I really hope that's Nick.
Yeah, this is about to be grand finals of this amazing charity tournament.
Yep.
If you can give something, please do. We're helping out for the kids. We're here playing video games. We're here having a blast. Every single dollar of profit goes to charity. And we have another. A Thrixion for $50. Thank you so much. This is incredible.
This is how I want Season 7, ?
Yeah, this is Season 7 of RCS.
Season 7 to start with a hell of a set, a hell of a top 8. We have new stories being written every day. It looked like it was going to be a very similar story when we saw Winner's Side, and it was Cake versus Penguin again, and then knocking at the door. SoulRiffle. And you said it earlier, right? You think the one player that can challenge Cake at this level is a motivated, focused SoulRiffle.
Yes.
And that's what we have in front of us. And we have on our plate the chance to have a grand finals of all time.
Yeah.
All time.
This is one of the, it's the opener to Season 7.
Yep.
But it's the first grand finals of potentially many with SoulRiffle and CakeAssult.
Yep.
SoulRiffle being on the come-up, getting 13th at Riptide before placing first place at RCS Crystal.
Correct.
And that first place, second place wouldn't have done it. first place is what SoulRiffle needed to win the voucher to go to Genesis, where then SoulRiffle went through CakeAssult, went through Kusi, and made it to winners finals of that tournament before ultimately placing third at the biggest tournament we've ever had, like the biggest finals we've ever had, with so much money on the line, so much glory on the line.
This young man is a absolute stalwart story, and you know, seeing Dad Rifle events, Dad Rifle supporting him the entire time at Genesis was super cool to see. Anytime I see a parent figure involved in a esports player's career like that, it's amazing. It's amazing because, I mean, that really wasn't an opportunity when I was growing up. It wasn't a thing. And seeing the support from a friend level, from a family level.
Flying out to tournaments.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
It's what gives these players the opportunity in the first place, right?
Yes.
Without it, you're stuck at home. And, I mean, listen, you have the online ability as well nowadays with rollback and everything else, but being here and in person is a different story.
It really is. And yeah, like you said, the support from family members, the support from friends, it's why we do this, right?
Yep.
And we're here in grand finals at Gamers on the Edge, CakeAssult versus SoulRiffle. This is going to be one for the ages.
I mean, I put it up online earlier. Hearing Flash of Goodness blast through the venue, right? Hearing Rivals music live and in person. And then now we get this grand final set with the crowd loudly behind SoulRiffle. This is going to be a fun time, Steven.
It really is. And right off the bat, we have SoulRiffle in an offstage situation. And using these plat boosts, using these wavelands on ethereal gates to his advantage to kind of even it up here. But really not coming into play very much, as CakeAssult has been really good early on about getting rid of that plan. All right, yeah. So CakeAssult doing a quick teleport onto stage and completely avoiding the down special, side special edge guard that SoulRiffle goes for, but
it still gets turned around, and SoulRiffle takes that first stock, which, I mean, it looked pretty good there too, because, you know, it seemed like Cake and them had switched up momentum, but the damage had been there for SoulRiffle the entire time.
And now CakeAssult nearly getting lapped in percent here. SoulRiffle is riding the momentum wave of a lifetime coming from losers finals, and CakeAssult is doing his best to catch up.
Yep. Trying to just offset this momentum, get the train off the tracks a little bit. It's tough right now. You got to mark. You're off stage. Lily's about to come out there and be a presence.
CakeAssult now spreading some smoke, trying to be a little bit of the deception character Dan intended, and it's not going to do anything for him right now because SoulRiffle is on top of it.
I really thought we were going to see wall jump there for seconds.
Seeing so many options getting covered by SoulRiffle, one after another, and going out there with the down special, side special, not getting the Lily wrap, but instead getting Tether up air for the kill. SoulRiffle now 2 stocks to 1 in game 1. Looking to stamp an impressive start to this set.
On a very very surprising moment there for CakeAssult, getting the roll read, but missing the punish on it.
Yeah, and the jumping downer above the platform is really interesting. CakeAssult throwing out preemptive hitboxes, hoping to catch SoulRiffle in a form of aggression, and eventually does find something, and we have an even game, but 86% on CakeAssult can be quickly taken care of. We've seen over and over from SoulRiffle today.
There it is.
Oh, the waveland was missed, so we're going to see a continued edge guard as a result. CakeAssult in a little bit of a driver's seat right now with this combo.
Got it.
The down tilt calling out the side special.
Steven, CakeAssult bringing this back.
CakeAssult is bringing this back. Oh my goodness, off the end.
And with a pop-off in game 1 from CakeAssult.
Yep.
Turn it around.
That was huge. CakeAssult looked to have his back to the wall, and SoulRiffle, looking calm and collected right now, not looking sad or anything, but SoulRiffle definitely let that one slip. CakeAssult started finding counterplay to some of these recovery options that are so, at a breakneck speed from SoulRiffle. CakeAssult hung out, throwing out a perfectly timed down tilt in that final stock to continue an edge guard, which won the game.
The wait there from Cake to get punished by SoulRiffle.
And Cake missing Waveland on stage, and now going to eat some extra percent here. Remarked and going for the clone. Does not land anything, and now SoulRiffle in a little bit of trouble on his own.
Yeah, that was actually some phenomenal spacing from Cake to even put himself in a position to punish that. And now the double down air from SoulRiffle on the way down. DI out.
Oh, the up tilt was a curious choice. I expected a down tilt from CakeAssult there. Doesn't quite find it. Gets the down tilt now, though, and does a down special reverse with no smoke and doesn't get the DI that he wanted from SoulRiffle, but you can tell there's blood in the water, and CakeAssult is sniffing it out. There it is. The moonwalk flat drop back air. And SoulRiffle actually continuing the jab combo into a forward tilt and going into parry stun. Doesn't get too much of a punish for it, though. But we are now back blow to blow, even game 2.
And unfortunately, I feel like an even game is going to favor Cake, though.
I agree with that.
If SoulRiffle is to win this, he has to run away with it.
Oh, the back air not going to kill. The DI wasn't the best, but now SoulRiffle is in a recovery situation. Back air again going to kill off the top corner of the stage. Yeah, SoulRiffle looking a little shook.
And then once again, Cake, we haven't seen this in Season 6, right? We did not see Cake use combust like this, right? This is consistent now throughout this top 8. Every time we've seen him combust on deck at least one time. He's been confident in his neutral enough otherwise, but why not just go for it like this?
So many down airs.
Looking like cork.
Whoa! SoulRiffle says, stop down airing. Here's my spike move. You're in the blast zone, and now you're marked on your fresh stock.
You're not going to embarrass me like this.
Absolutely not. Crowd coming in clutch for SoulRiffle right now, as SoulRiffle needs a recovery. Forsberg Nair 2 actually doing a great job of covering tether above.
All right, great situation here.
Oh, the wrap, the shippy shuffle, no. CakeAssult is very aware of that combo, and DI is out to avoid the re-wrap.
Straight up, no. Looked like that was going to be enough.
And there it is.
Cake again with the small little pop-off in game 2.
Yep, up cape into down strong.
Threw it away.
Almost threw it away.
Almost threw it away.
Yeah, up cape into down strong, once again, is not a true combo, but it is a very tight window to get out of. And on that one in particular, with the cape hitting in the front, I am unsure what exactly SoulRiffle needed to do to get away from that.
Yep.
He did pop up a little bit, so attack may have been possible, but I would need to see it back and see what happens. Very tough situation.
Yeah, man, because, I mean, SoulRiffle trying to claw that back after getting clowned on him a little bit in the middle of game 2, and Cake kind of resetting here as well, just going, listen, I got a plane to catch.
Yeah.
We wondered if Cake was going to be able to kind of quiet the crowd and quiet the noise that is SoulRiffle's confident play and consider it silence.
Yeah, the crowd is no longer chanting. They tried to help out a little bit at the end of that last one, but the overcommitment, missing the tech in place, is going to result in a frame 9 down strong, killing right off the top there. And SoulRiffle already looking like this tournament is in danger for him.
Trying to motivate the boy right now.
All right, Forsberg doing a good job with that back air. Just 13% per parry punish there. Even on good DI, you're taking a lot of damage, and the clone spike gonna kill with no tech. SoulRiffle down 3 stocks to 1 on the same counter pick of the last game where it went down to the last hit situation. And you got to think that it's looking a little scary here for this losers finalist.
Yeah, I mean, and it went down to a last hit situation because of a little bit of mid-game chicanery, and this is looking like
that almost did it right there. Yeah, that stock would have been absolutely brutal. Seeing that back air off the top.
Yeah,
SoulRiffle does find a tether nair to Galaxy off the top, and CakeAssult now in the driver's seat with gusto. Only 49% on him with SoulRiffle at kill percent.
This feels like a fight on the savannah between the headline and one of the young lions, right?
And missing the Waveland there, but getting a second chance at the same combo. Oh, CakeAssult will do it and win the tournament from winner's side. Parry, charge, down strong, going to be the saving grace. And
I love Cake so much.
The most delayed pop-off.
That's not even a pop-off.
It's not even a pop-off.
It's just mocking SoulRiffle.
Yeah.
Standing next to it mocking SoulRiffle.
Yeah.
Like, it's brutal. He did it at Genesis after Cake won,
losing, yeah.
or after Soul won, and now doing it in grands like this. Just, and this is kind of the level of personality that you don't typically see, and kind of the stuff that you kind of see that peek behind the curtain when you do these like late night shows with the two of them. Cake and Meme Lord. Cake and Meme Lord.
Oh, yeah, very much so. CakeAssult, though, our champion once again. Cake won the last Gamers on the Edge. Wasn't an RCS event last year. But Cake
Welcome
did,
to the fold.
Yeah, Cake did win in an exciting Game 10 fashion over Penguin, and so back-to-back champion here.
Back-to-back GoTE, and starting Season 7 like he ended Season 6.
Not dropping a single set. There is no losers Cake this season so far. That's scary.
And I mean, think about it too. So lost Game 1 to ZeeBee, and then 9 straight games.
Yep,
9 straight games to win the tournament.
He definitely woke up in the middle of Game 2 against ZeeBee, and just we started seeing a return to form over each individual game.
Yep.
And then forcing Penguin to switch off of characters, and then I made a bet with you, which I'll have to donate my $5 to GoTE, which everyone should donate to GoTE.
Donate to GoTE.
But I made a bet with you with pretty good confidence that the momentum SoulRiffle was riding after 3-0ing such a bracket demon in Penguin
would carry on.
Yeah, would carry on to at least a Game 5 of set 1.
And instead it carried on to maybe the 5-minute mark on the timer.
Yep. CakeAssult and SoulRiffle ended Games 1 and 2 very closely. And then you said it yourself, SoulRiffle having the lead in Game 1 and CakeAssult bringing it back, and then having them go blow for blow is not in SoulRiffle's favor.
No.
CakeAssult clutching it out after almost giving up a little bit of a lead in Game 2, and then riding that all the way through to a dominant Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, listen, normally there's a lot of bombast at the end of these tournaments, but that just felt so definitive in Game 2, and almost letting it slip out of his hands, and then in Game 3, the way it went. There's no Riptide call, right? The king has resumed his throne. It's CakeAssult, scepter in hand, ruling over the field.
The king is here to stay.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah, CakeAssult getting his medal.
Being so much tinier than SoulRiffle. And honestly, credit to SoulRiffle. All the good Rivals players are short.
Yeah.
SoulRiffle, one of the rare exceptions.
Actually, most of them are pretty tall.
BioBurb. Mike
is not short. He's average height.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of Penguin, Kusi,
See, Penguin's
SoulRiffle. Penguin's tall.
I'm tall. Penguin's average height.
Penguin's tall. You're tall. You're taller.
Right.
But Penguin's also tall.
We'll hash this out later.
No, this happens. No.
Okay, fine. No, cut through the top 10.
Yeah, so ShortAssult doing a great job of being a great player, regardless of the other players' heights. Who cares, right?
There's less nerve endings to go between brain to fingers that way. It's a faster response. It's science.
Yeah, that is science. It's not great science, but it's science.
Listen. Okay science will get you paid these days, man.
It will. It really will. But hey, I do want to say one more time for everyone watching at home, please go to gamersontheedge.com. Donate if you can. Everything here is for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Yep.
We're doing this for the kids. All profits go to this amazing organization. And I'm not sure what game we're streaming next, but be sure to hang out in this stream and continue. I think it's actually going to be Smash Bros. Right?
It is. It's going to be all the way through for the rest of the night.
Yeah, so be sure to hang out. Check out this amazing scene. Tampa, Florida is here to stay, both in Rivals, in Smash, and then in all the other great FGC games that we saw streamed yesterday.
Yep.
It's just an amazing environment, and be sure to support the stream in any way you can.
Listen, even at home, it's hard to see this right now, but it says you can make a difference, or you make a difference.
Yep.
You can do it. It's easy. We've seen it throughout the tournament. We've seen it with the people at home watching along, donating along the way. This is one of, if not the best run tournaments, best events that I go to on a regular basis. I go out of my way to support GoTE.
Yeah,
I
they're
think,
incredible.
I think Angel is phenomenal. I think all the people that are behind the scenes for GoTE are phenomenal. And what they've done for the Children's Hospital here in Tampa is beyond reproach. I think they are probably the most positive good we can possibly put into a tournament. And we, as an esports community, should do more stuff like this.
Yeah,
And
we are lucky to
congratulations
have them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I do also want to shout out RCS Season 7.
It's time.
Yeah, we have kicked it off with this event. It was an amazing one. It is a stamp on the passport to the finals in January, probably January. We still need to figure that out a little bit, but keep an eye out. We are about to announce some really, really big news for Season 7. We're looking at this week. We have 7 local tournaments planned, 2 onlines, and a lot of really great stuff happening. Keep an eye out. The next one that is announced is Riptide. I'm wearing it on my shirt here. It was the biggest Rivals tournament locally of all time, and was another one that was run just phenomenally. They had 15 feet between tables during, there was the post quarantine, can we could do this. It was the most safe I've felt at a public place in that period of time, and it was at a tournament.
Yep.
It was a fantastic tournament with CakeAssult dislocating his shoulder in the pop-off. It's pretty classic.
Right.
Registration is open now for it. We are also going to be at the Big House, which is the next month. And then we've got a couple other tournaments that we are about to announce very soon. So check those out. But in the meantime, stick around on the stream. Donate gamersontheedge.com. And I've been SBS.
Guys, I'll be at Riptide. You'll be at Riptide. I love being able to chance to narrate the history of this game. I'm Broza. Until next time, we'll see you later.
Thank you so much.